whatever. That crazy person. Okay. All right. Let's go. Let's get it. Oh my gosh. Let me make sure I got this. We got that good. A new audio. Don't switch that. No. Why would you want to do that? No, we're not doing that, bro. We're not going to do that. All right. So I'm about to double check on this. And we're going to jump into the fray. Okay. Let me actually make sure that's not shown. Okay. We're going to look at that. Okay. I'm a little late. So I do apologize for that. I was supposed to be here. I really was. Like a few minutes ago. But we're here now. And we're going to jump into, tickety talk. We're going to see what's going to happen tonight. And I'm going to try to watch and see what's going to really happen. Make sure nobody's going to be crashing out. Make sure nobody really gets crazy or nothing like that. We don't want that. Okay? Yeah, we don't want that. We want to make sure that everything stays good. Yeah, we want to make sure that everything stays good. We don't want nothing crazy going on. Oh, it seemed like it disconnected. Let me reconnect it. And let me go on ahead and go to TikTok. I'm going ahead and sign it up. Get it ready. Yeah, we got to get it ready. All right. It might get a little chaotic like usual. But we just never know. We never know how it's going to go. So we just going to, you know what I'm saying, be chilling over like that. We don't know what's going to happen tonight. Okay. It's going to be the same similar thing. Same similar background. I actually thought about doing another background. But I might say that for another live, honestly. And I'm going to check actually on here. I'm going to check on here real quick. Let me get myself out this doggone light. Yeah, let me go ahead and double check. Gotta make sure everything. I'm gonna check. Okay. Yeah, we got it. All right, we're gonna go in. All right. It's on the window. Oh. It didn't do it. Give me a second. Apparently I clicked out of it. We're gonna give it some time real quick. Okay, finally. All right. Boom. Bada bang. Boom, bada bang. Okay. 2, 1. I might have to plug this up too. I'm gonna plug it up. We in there. We in there right now. We're gonna see how it go. We're gonna see how it go. All right. Let me see what it says on the tube. It's looking good. It's looking good. Okay. We're looking good. Also, by everybody that's watching on tube, you know what I'm saying? I did start the tier list. The tier list, if you want to join the kin, you know what I'm saying? And also, you know what I'm saying? Help at the same time with the channel and stuff like that. I did create that. I surely did. The tier list. Okay. It looked good. It looks good. Hey, Sunshine. How you doing? What's up, Indios? What's up? And I know some people want me to do a direct stream on the tube, but we might have to do that like another time or something like that. We might have to do that another time. We got this one though, and it's live still. It's live still. What's up? What's up? What's up? I do need to explain something today. I'm gonna explain why this is important. Because I think people have like this false sense of what's good, what's bad to do, and stuff like that. I really think that people have like this false sense. It's a time and place for everything. It really is. It really is. And defending our people from wickedness, bro, like defending them from psychological manipulation. You should never try to like stop somebody from doing something like that or try to make it seem like that's something bad, because it's been normalized for our people to be mistreated by the world. That's normalized, but it's not okay. I don't know why people try to make it like it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. That's not cool. And we supposed to be taking action anyway to make changes. So people just not used to the changes. Ignore those people. If the people trying to say, oh, don't be saying that, don't be doing that, don't be holding them accountable, you got to reevaluate where they speaking from. Like, you got to like try to figure out who they work for type vibe. Because ain't no way defending our people is something bad. We not about to deal with that. Hello, welcome back. We're not gonna deal with that. It's not gonna take place, bro. Shipo. What's up, Venus? Who is this guy? Shipo. I heard you.
How does it feel to be a slave, sir?
That doesn't move me. But since you trolling and you trying to get folks' accounts taken down, I gotta get you out of here. I gotta remove you. What's up, Truth? Yeah, love and abundance. Can't say stuff like that. Yeah.
Not black African.
Yeah,
So
what's
listen.
going on?
Why don't you focus on yourself?
Why don't I
Why do
focus?
you have to
Why don't I focus on
impose
myself?
your hatiness?
I am focusing on
Yeah.
myself. This is me
You guys
focusing
are
on
hated
myself.
by
Flesh,
all over the world. All
flesh,
over the world.
flesh
Some
of
are
my flesh,
ignorant.
kin of my kin.
They
I
are
am
hated
focusing
by
on
all
myself.
over the world.
No, I am
They even
focusing on
hate
myself.
themselves. You are,
Hey,
you
listen,
hate
listen,
us
listen,
because
listen.
you think we are the same people, but we are not the same people. All due respect.
Hold on a
Focus on
second.
yourself. Do something good for your community. Stop hating. Stop focusing on others. We are not the same people. We don't have nothing alike.
You ain't saying nothing important. Get off this panel. What's wrong with y'all? Listen, this right here, what I'm doing is called protecting our people from the people that despise and hate us. That's what I'm doing. If you got a problem with it, that means you one of them people. Hit dogs holler, right? They say that's what they say. Hit dogs holler. Listen, this is what I'm gonna keep saying. This is what protecting our people looks like. I know y'all not used to being held accountable. I know y'all not used to being told that you're doing something wrong. That's the reason why you guys can't even have a moral like balance or whatever like that, and you got to leave your countries and stuff like that. But this is what it looks like protecting our people. We're telling y'all you're doing something that's not right. and you getting upset behind that. You want to be dismissive. We don't care about that. We setting boundaries. Our people are setting boundaries. This is a line. Don't cross it. Don't cross it. That's really what's being said. I'm gonna keep it a buck. That's really what's being said. And you also got to realize we're different nations. Another nation should never be telling us what to do. Like, that's not okay. No nation should be telling us what to do. No other nation should be telling us how we should view the world, how we should view them, when we clearly see how you treat us. We don't need you to be telling us nothing. We don't need you to tell us what's bad. We don't need you to tell us none of that. Because our people are the people that actually taught the world and was helping the world with this type of like moral sense of what's good and bad. Our people did that. And when I see people online trying to be spiritualists or whatever, be Christians, that's because of our people. Or you know what I'm trying to say? Like, when I see them trying to be good people, our people are the ones that got people to that point. And then you have y'all who manipulate those teachings to get what you want out of people. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. So I just be peeping game on that. That's what I see. I be peeping game on that. It's crazy. It's crazy. Try to get the likes to 10K. Let's get it to 10K. What's up, Star? That's crazy. Yeah, I'm getting sick and tired of this thing. I'm chilling. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I'm chilling. This is a consistent thing. This is something that's never going to stop. Like, I keep telling people that this is something that's never going to stop. So I know, like, you got like Africans and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold on, I got something for you. I got something for you. I got something for that. But yeah, so, you know, this is important because we got to protect our people, y'all. We have to. Like, it's a must at this point in the game. It's a must. It is a necessity. We have to do it by any means necessary. We just got to protect us, bro. Nobody else is going to do it. They're going to gaslight us. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They're going to gaslight our people. We got to protect our people. And after all the smoke cleared and everything like that, like, we still going to be standing. We're still going to be standing. So, I mean, it is what it is. People going to take it how they going to take it. But we just got to protect our people. That's how it's going to go. And as men, y'all know exactly what I mean. Have to literally everything is out against our people. Yeah, we got to protect our people from all these entities that's not here. I mean, that's not from here. Skills, you funny. You funny. You never seen how I look, Skills? That's crazy. I don't really show my face like that no more. I mean, I show it on the YouTube and stuff like that. I show it on YouTube, but I don't show it on TikTok like that no more. Yeah, you just came up here and you was talking trash. You wasn't even talking about nothing. You was trying to be dismissive. The last time I filled out the application, I just put down American. You mean welfare people? Thanks for the gift. Whoever sent that, appreciate you. No, you're not. You was trying to keep talking when you heard me talking, which is a form of disrespect. You was trying to say whatever you want to, and just keep it pushing. You was being dismissive. So I think I'm good on you, big fella. I think I'm good on you. No, history's not going to repeat itself. That's a lie. No, this a difference. You got some stuff that, of course, is going to take place, but yeah, history is not going to repeat itself. No, that's not going to happen. I know y'all see these comments. Listen, man. Listen. Our people are already being mistreated. Our people are already being unalived, lied to, gaslit, manipulated. We do not care. We do not care at this point. We really don't. We really don't. And we making it we making a very clear distinction. We're making a very clear distinction. And you know what's crazy? I'm going to repeat myself. We don't need nobody to live. We don't need no nation, no other demographic of men, women to live. We don't need you. We don't need y'all to live. We really don't. The whole thing is you guys have been planning and plotting to make it seem like we need you, but we don't. We don't need you to get no water. We don't need you to get no food. We don't need y'all. See, y'all cause a problem and then try to have a solution. So y'all will poison the water. Y'all will steal the land so we will need you, right? For all these little basic things that we had before you even came into existence. So, I mean, I kind of look at you guys as being the most violent of the earth. And that's the reason why a lot of your countries look the way it do. That's the reason why every place you want to come here as a refugee, because where you guys are concentrated, that's where the most violence is. That's where the most scams are. That's where the most sabotage is. And, love and abundance. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. That's the whole reason why y'all come over here. I mean, that's what y'all say. Y'all come here as refugees. So I don't really know. Hold on a second. Let me plug this up. Okay. Let me see something. Let me see what's going on YouTube, because let me see something. Big dog, how can I have a chance to get on here and talk to you? I'm an original Allen from Richard Allen and Hudson Creek. Can we talk? You will have to go on TikTok, Austin. You will have to go on TikTok. Okay. I'm just a tad bit tired tonight. Just a little bit. Still gonna do it though. African Americans are Black Americans. He didn't sound like he was talking about Black Americans. First and foremost, African Americans that's a misnomer. And glossing over context is not intelligent. We don't HATE you. We HATE you, HATE yourself. I look at Congo and Sudan. I don't take none of you. Okay, for sure, for sure, for sure. The YT South Africans. A lot of you guys come here talking about what's going on in your countries. You're saying that you had to come here for a better life. You come here for education. But then you guys talk crazy about how, you know, our minds is warped, that we're messed up and all types of education system failed us, all that nonsense. I think the best thing to do is everybody stay in their own little area, and everybody that's not from a particular area need to go back home. That's just what it is. Just go back home. Go back home. For real. Nah, we not genetically African either. I want to show that little chart that I made. We're not genetically African. The African DNA that they're trying to say is African, they never detected a clear sign from any of those tribes. Do YT immigrants need to go back to? Anybody that's not supposed to be in the land need to go back home. Like, for real. Oh, I'm not gonna regret none of what I'm saying. I'm not gonna regret none of what I'm saying. And that sounds like a threat. The respect. See, the problem is we actually suffer because our people did not speak in a certain amount of time. That's the reason why we suffer. We suffer because we don't battle villains like we need to. Like that's the whole catch. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say, who gonna be the good guys? Everybody gonna be a bad guy? Good guys supposed to just watch all the wickedness just keep going? No, y'all got me all the way messed up. Y'all got me all the way messed up. The respectful section of your culture doesn't agree with how you're living. My H ain't going nowhere. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Y'all not really talking about nothing. Y'all really not talking about nothing. I said everybody that's not from their land, everybody that's in a land that they're not from need to go home. That's what I said. I don't condone stealing. I don't condone none of that. Let's do this. Watch this. I'll be back. I see what they tried to do. Y'all see that? They tried to get me banned for nudity. I'm showing you guys real time how these people operate. I'm showing y'all these people in real time how these people operate. Hold on. Okay, what's up, Alfred? What's up, you guys? How can we call in Big Bro? Are you streaming or calling in? Yeah, they tried to get me. Y'all saw that? They just tried to get me. They said nudity. Let me get myself out this doggone. Heck, doggone light. Yeah, let me go ahead and hold on. Let me go back. Gotta make sure everything. I'm gonna check. Hold on. Okay. Okay, we're back. I see how they trying to get me. And they ain't slick. Ain't slick. Okay, okay. We got it. Ain't slick. Okay, let me. Okay, we're good. All right, we're good. All right, we're back. We're back. They be trying it though. Yeah, they really be trying it. Welcome back. It's crazy. Honestly, crazy. Hello, Bree. Appreciate you. Thank you, everybody. For everybody tapping the screen. That was. Yeah. It looked like it's gonna be an interesting night. Look like it's a lot of demons out. Look like it's a lot of demons out. So look like we're just gonna have to go on ahead and bulldoze right through all of them. All them spiritual things going on. This is what you gotta go in strong, man. You can't be afraid. You just gotta go in ahead and sit, you know what I'm saying? Just go through it continuously, over and over and over and over again. The reason why we suffer is because people give up too much. That's one of the reasons why we suffer. People give up, people ignore, right? People don't try to stop wickedness. They just say, "Oh, whatever, we're just going to let it continue," even though you have the power to do something to stop it. I ain't telling nobody to jump out into the fray and get violent. At least say something. Say something. Don't be letting these folks just brainwash our people, manipulate our people. You know what I'm saying? Manipulate people that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't got time for that. We really don't got time for that. Because there's limited options. If we don't speak, but they speaking to our people, that's bad. That's really bad because we know their agenda. So of course we're gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, do what we gotta do. Why people texting, what are you talking about? Texting at check 75%. I don't know what you're talking about. Appreciate you for sharing a live star. Crazy. Let me see what's going on over here in the other chat. Let's see. Hello, Ship. Melody, bro, you should pull up definitions while you speak at the same time so they can understand. For example, pull up the definition to show their hypocrisy. You get me? I promise it'll help. Definitions, yeah, we don't. Right, one extra. Right, one extra. And a lot of people psychologically is in their own. Many minds have been biohacked and hijacked, and they men have forgotten their spirit. Yeah, you definitely right. You're definitely right about that. Too many people let me see. Okay, it's good. They're too calm. What's up, Johnny? Good news is young boy going on tour. Let's see. Appreciate y'all liking the live. Instead of fighting their enemy, play along with the enemy. They only want to use others to do their dirty works, yet still end up being in the same position they are running from. Ain't that something? See, a lot of those, that's a good point, Rain. A lot of these people that think they're going to come over here, quote unquote, get a better life. Even if you guys take control over a land, you're only going to make that land the same land that you left from. That's actually a good point to lead into. And that's stuff I be thinking about. You're still bringing over your character, how you live, what you do. You're bringing over all those habits, all those spirits, all those diseases, and you're bringing them all the way to another land instead of just nipping it in the bud. You're not doing anything to change it or change how your nation lives. So you guys want what we got and what you got at the same time. Like, that's just what it is. You're not going to make your land any better. You're not going to make your predicament any better by doing us bad. I seen this old quote. What did it say? It said, just because you blow out somebody else's candle doesn't make yours shine brighter. It's not going to change your predicament. You're still going to be in that same predicament because you guys are not doing nothing righteous. You're not doing anything good. You're doing a lot of terrible things. And for me, from what I see, like, we keep asking that question, who would go to a stolen land? Who would go to a stolen land, bro? Who would do something like that? You don't know. None of us in America would pack up our bags and go to a land that we know was stolen. Not even 50,000 of us, not even 10,000 of us would do something like that. We would not do nothing like that. So I'm trying to figure out, why are there millions of people from that land coming to a stolen land? Why would you even do something like that? Who would do something like that? Like, really process that on a moral sense, on a spiritual sense, on a sense of karma, like on that type of level. Really process that. Who would do something like that? What type of person would do something like that? What type of nation would do something like that? Think about that. These same people are trying to convince you that they not like that. Come on, man. All right, you're going to have to come back with a different type of thing. You're going to have to come back. I'm going to let you up quick, Pumpkin. You got to say, I don't know what you're going to say.
Dang. How you doing?
Yeah, I just don't got time for the crazy stuff today. I don't got time for that. I don't get time for that.
So I be bringing crazy stuff. That what you saying?
Yeah, you do.
God, dog. I ain't know that. Well, I just speaking. I ain't been here in a minute. Who this lady is in the background?
Some actress.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
she's
was
some
wondering who that was.
yeah, she's some actress. I'm gonna actually change it.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
like it though. I just didn't know where it came from.
She's not an actress, my bad. She's a singer.
Oh, a singer. Oh,
Yeah, she's a
okay.
singer.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, opera.
Opera. Oh, okay. I'm just stopping by speaking. I ain't seen you in a minute. I'm at work. I was just stopping by real quick.
Okay.
All right, that's it. I just was saying, hey, I'll drop back down.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. This guy or he dipped out. If you don't have a profile picture, man, I'm not trying to let you up here. Like if you don't really if your profile seems sketchy, I'm not trying to let you up here. Typically when I let somebody up here with a sketchy profile, they do some childish stuff. They do some very, very childlike stuff. Not even childlike stuff. I'm gonna say very ignorant. Something very ignorant. So I think I'm good. Let me see. I pondered how people leave the land of their ancestors, but they're proud to be American. I could never. Coppers only know black. That's a spell. The checkerboard app. Okay. From Elon to Akon. I kind of like how you put that to my from Elon to Akon. That's true. That's very true. Wow, 1927 still alive? That's good. That's amazing. What does protecting our people looks like? Like I really want to think. I really want people to think about that. What does protecting our people looks like? Like for real, what does that look like? What does that look like? Like this is a genuine question. Where does protecting the level of protecting our people stop? Like really process that. What does protecting our people looks like? Because sometimes I'll get people to say little stuff here and there or whatever like that. But what does protecting our people looks like? Can I get some answers in the comments? What does protecting our people looks like? Like for real. We gotta think about that. We really do. We have to think about that. Like our people have to think about that. And it's been normalized that we don't protect ourselves from any other nation. That's been normalized. Like that's been normalized. Like for real. Like for real. It's been normalized for us not to try to protect ourselves against other nations of people. But you know it's crazy. People say, "Oh, we not like our ancestors." I don't think y'all really know how our elders was getting down back in the day. I really don't think y'all. I think what they repeated in the media, like everything was all like whatever like that. You know, no. They just did not post it and show you as much as they did the other stuff. No, our people was not like that. They was really on that. Everybody, a lot of our people was on that. 1800s on that. Early 1900s on that. Even some people that was in the 40s and 50s on that. They was on that. What really happened was when they started coming over here, it was like a subtle change. And it was more and more nations coming in through the back end. I heard this YT guy say, "Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was too much land for you guys to cover." So basically what they're saying is they come in through different ports. Like for real, they'll come in through the north, through the south, through the east, to the west. That's what they're saying. That you see them doing that right now to this day. So you'll see people coming in. You like, man, I ain't seen them before. You walk outside your neighborhood, you see somebody that you ain't never seen before, a nation you ain't never seen before, walking in your neighborhood. You're like, what's going on with that? You know what I'm saying? You walk into your job, you walking in your store, you see all these different types of people you ain't never seen before. You're like, hold on a second. You starting to see management is nothing but foreigners in all these different places. I remember I used to work in the airport, and all the people that was supposedly top ranks, like 90 something percent of them was all foreigners. That's not their ancestry is not from here. Like for real. And you look at the companies, I just be paying attention. I do. I be paying attention. And I notice what's really going on. I've been noticing. And I know a lot of y'all noticed as well. I know y'all noticed. And I notice how many nations are together. That's the only reason. Like you over here because you guys are all in an amity. That's what that means. You're in amity. There's no other explanation behind that. So all these nations that we see walking around, they're partnered. So you can say people from, China, you know what I'm saying? Like other places, yeah, they all with them. You know what I'm saying? They all together, So my great grandpa was 6'7", played no games, born in the 1800s. They did not like. I'm just saying, like our people did not play games. Our people did not play games. I'm telling y'all, I've done enough research. I've done enough stuff. Our people did not play games. But they didn't know about certain tactics that was being done. That's the only thing. But they didn't play these games, bro. They did not. And they were actually more consistent, and they were more stern. So even if somebody tried to tell them something, they'll be like, "No, I don't believe that." Straight up. They'll be like, "No, I don't believe that. That's a bunch of nonsense. I don't believe that." Nowadays, people are more influenced to believe something, like for real. Like I mean, even that DNA test stuff. I seen a video of a sister, probably looked like she was around my age or something like that, like in her 20s or whatever like that. And she was telling her grandmama, I took a DNA test, we're African. And she called it, she said, "You African." Her grandmama said, "I ain't no African." She said, "Yes, you are, grandmama." She said, "I ain't no African." You might. But mind you, this, you know what I'm saying? But she was like, "I ain't no African." She's like, yes, we are, grandmama. We come from blah, blah, blah. She said, "No, I'm not." And she started laughing. So it's like our grandparents really about that. Folks just be ignoring them. Yeah, you seen that? Trying to make her grandmama say that. And I feel like these be some of these people that we be encountering sometimes. We be encountering people that do that. They're I don't know how to even, I don't be knowing what to say to some of those people. Because if you can't even listen to your own grandparents, you definitely ain't listening to me. You definitely not listening to me. So I can't help you with that. I really can't help you with that. If you ain't listening to your own grandmother, who is your mother, I can't help you, bro. I really can't. There's nothing I can say. She wiped your behind, named you, you know what I'm saying, fed you, and you still don't believe her, but you definitely gonna believe nothing I say. You just gonna have to fall to the, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what to tell you. There's nothing to really say. It's really not, except tell you that you're not on our team. Like, for real. That's all I can say. You're not on our team. There's nothing we can tell you. I know, right? One extra. They didn't get this much because they've been sending people over here by the millions. It's been from the time frame, I think, when my peoples was born to the time frame when I was born, they send over millions of immigrants from all different lands. Millions. So we experiencing something else. Like we experiencing something a little different from before. Like for real. Just a little different. It's a lot more going on right now. A lot more strange faces walking around. Gotta let our people know not to fall for the nonsense ton of schools. Right? I know y'all see that comment right there. I really want y'all to see that comment. Hold on. Let me zoom in for you. All right. I'm about to show y'all that these people say the same exact thing YT people say. You see that? Y'all see that? You see that right there? I know you know who you are. You're just doing your black fatigue. Okay? I know y'all see that. So when I be telling y'all Africans do everything that YT people do, I'm not lying. They just use the word black as a camouflage. That's really what they do. They do everything everybody else do, right? They just say we all black. That's their camouflage. Okay? Where you get Africans from? Where are you from? Yeah, I do. Y'all actually despise us, man. Y'all actually despise us, like off the rip. Y'all really do. Lancer, a recent guest. Let me see something. Yes. I can't hear nothing you saying. So this is what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, I can't hear nothing that he's saying. So this is what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to do this real quick. Because I couldn't hear him. All right. Nah, I couldn't hear him. What he say? Love and abundance. What'd he say? I couldn't hear him. The volume, it went out. I couldn't hear him.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
You are just keep doing your black fatigue. Think. History will repeat itself. Soon or later, your people cannot defend themselves. You don't even know how to shoot at guns. You don't even know how to
Okay,
make
love
your own
and
shoes.
abundance. You can't talk like that on TikTok. All right? Love and abundance. See, this is how I'm just exposing how you guys have always how you guys have always thought about us. Do everything you want to us. As soon as we say something, you guys are basically going to threat us, right? Basically saying, do everything we want. Don't say nothing about it. This is the underhanded, dark. This is the elephant in the room. Continue to destroy ourselves while you make fun of us. When we fix the issue, you're going to try to threaten to unalive our people. This is just what it is. I'm exposing you guys' dark thoughts. This is your dark thoughts. There's no reason why I should be having YT people and Africans saying, hey, there's more of us than you guys. That's a threat. That's literally a threat. That's what that is. So basically saying, go along with these principalities, go along with the darkness of the world, go along with the lies. Don't try to save your people, save yourself, betray your people, continue down this road, feed into the nonsense so I can laugh at you some more, do all this nonsense rhetoric, whatever. That's how you guys actually think about our people. It's a joke. And I just exposed that you guys actually speak with a forked tongue. You guys are not our saviors. You're the antagonist in the story. None of y'all coming here to help our people. You're the antagonist. Let me see. This is great. They show how they really think. I'm just trying to wake up from the dreams. You guys are not our saviors, bro. Y'all not here. Y'all not here to help our people. If y'all was here to help our people, we would have seen the effects behind that because y'all been here for decades. We would have already seen that. We would have already seen it. You guys have been here for decades. All we got was more manipulation, underhanded agendas, and sabotage from the inside out under the disguise of black. That's all we got. We ain't getting nothing else. This guy with 0 followers, I got something for you. Yeah, trolls, we don't got time for you. Be okay. When you come up here, you can't just say whatever and whatever. You can talk, but you can't be saying GUN and all that other stuff like that, talking reckless. Go on ahead.
Oh, why are you throwing me out?
Because you keep saying stuff against the guidelines. That's why I throw you out.
Okay, I'm being polite. I'm gonna be polite. Think about it. You are 30% of the American population. You guys don't even know how to make your own clothes. You guys don't even know how to make a thing for yourself. Everything is made by white man.
YT, that's what I'm talking about. That's why I be having to drop you. You don't listen. You don't listen. Somebody said he's not going to be polite. Listen, you guys don't listen. You can't say nothing against the guidelines. If you say something against the guidelines, I have to drop you. And another thing is, we do know how to make our own clothes. What? A lot of us do. Now, the majority, I don't know. But a lot of our people know how to make clothes. A lot of our people know how to farm. A lot of our people know how to create and build their own homes. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. And this is another reason why I say we need delineation. We do. We need delineation. We really do. Because the necessity and this dependency that these people are trying to force, that we need them, right? That we need YT people. We need these folks from that continent. That's got to stop. That's got to stop. That's really got to stop. We don't need y'all, bro. We really don't. We don't need y'all to make our clothes. We don't need y'all for none of that. We really don't. That's the reason why y'all came here and started issues. That's the reason why y'all tried to destroy our homes, right? You unalive those people in Tulsa. That's the reason why y'all do stuff like that. Y'all burned, y'all freaking destroyed Piedmont, where my folks is from, in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? You destroyed Piedmont. You destroyed a whole lot of stuff because you guys want us to have dependency for your wicked criminal act, for your wicked criminal selves. That's what you guys desire. Make the problem, have the solution. It's a classic move from the antagonist and the villain. Okay? That's a classic move. Create the problem, have the solution. Classic move from the antagonist. Lex Luthor did it all the time. Oh, this that Lancer guy that just came up here.
Maybe if you niggas started acting civilized, we wouldn't.
I be trying to figure this out. Love and abundance, love and abundance. I be trying to figure this out. Everybody that's calling themselves AA, y'all gotta figure something out, bro. Y'all really gotta open up y'all minds. Like, y'all really gotta figure something out. Y'all really do. Y'all really do, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Y'all gotta figure it out. Y'all can't be, y'all helping these people and stuff like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't be thinking anybody that's calling themselves AA is our people, bro. I really don't. Because if they don't see the underhanded, and I feel like people that's doing that, they purposely ignore red flags. They purposely ignore what's happening to us, like off the rip. They purposely ignore that. So I be feeling like everybody that's calling themselves AA is not even our people. There's no way you are out here telling our people we got AA history and all that other stuff like that. Ain't no way you are our people. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I think the people that's calling themselves the ones that's calling themselves Black American is our people. They just still a little bit confused. But people that's calling themselves AA, no. He was Ethiopian. Yeah, they not. They moral compass don't turn on until we say something. Everybody else doing all that negativity to us, nobody's stopping them, right? They not as consistent, but they super consistent on telling us to keep quiet. They super consistent on telling us we got African American history. And I find that very convenient because I guarantee you, if you were to pull somebody from the year 1901 and you tell them they African American, they will look at you like you were strange. They'll say, what is that? What is it? What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. I guarantee you. Because it's not something that we knew about. So how could you call somebody that's deceased something that they didn't call themselves? Only a sicko would do something like that. Right? Right? Only a sicko would do something like that. And these same people keep coming up here. Look, man, I already gave you time after time after time, and you keep going against the guidelines. So it's over with. Okay? It's over with. Let me see what's going on over here. We were being synced for Honor the Fro, and what he said was symbolized in ancient way. Look, I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Y'all know what's going on for real. I'm not even really saying nothing. They use breath against us. If you, they don't even call us. Ain't no slavs on the continent. We all have personal treat on battle stations. Okay. I'm not even saying nothing right now for real. I'm really not even saying nothing right now for real. All right. Africa is diverse. I'm not black or YT. Live streaming it. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go ahead and tell you guys over here. So I did turn. I just put them on pause. I put them on mute, so they can't even hear me talking. But I did turn on the tier list. Okay, this is for anybody, of course. Hold on. That wants to get personal access to certain things, of course, like me, get closer to me and stuff like that. I did turn that on. So, you know what I'm saying? If you want to tribe up and, you know what I'm saying, get certain access to certain things, I did put that in there. Okay. And I appreciate everybody that's sending me super chats and stuff like that, because, you know what I'm saying, that's also, you know, very much appreciated. I'm not going to lie. You know, I need to eat too, especially since I'm doing this. They definitely try to destroy me. So, for sure. What's up, CC? Appreciate you. Appreciate the follow. I'm not the type to really give up. You know what I'm saying? I might make mistakes, but I'm not really the type to give up once I set my mind to something. So it's not a thing of getting weary. It's just, you know, it is what it is type vibe. It's just a necessity. Anybody listen. Can you imagine watching a freaking movie, right? And the hero just gives up in the middle of the fight and just lets himself get unalive? Wouldn't be much of a hero movie, would it? He did all that work to protect the planet. And then next thing you know, he said, you know what? I'm tired. He said, you know what? I'm tired. And just gave up. And just watched the villains unalive all his people. Yeah, that's not happening. It's not the type of story that I'm advocating for. That's not gonna happen. What are the points of these lies to create towards each other? No, the point of this life is to expose an agenda. There's no such thing as hate exposing people that destroy my people. That doesn't even exist. Exposing the hate that our people get every day is something that I'm gonna continuously do on a consistent basis. And none of y'all gonna stop me or ever try to make it seem like it's bad. We know y'all work for the devil. When you talk like that. If you get tired, don't stop, just rest and keep going. Right? Indeed. Indeed. You think so, 7? I don't know. I'm gonna keep going though. A majority. Yeah, love and abundance. Oh, thank you for the gifts too, Universal. Thank you for sending gifts. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for sending gifts, including you, Luna. I see what you're saying, Melody. I can't just easily do it right now, though. I have to go into it. Can y'all see them comments crystal clear over here? Can y'all see the comments? Y'all let me know. About the word submission versus the word corporate. Okay. Makes people feel when you use it. Okay. Exactly. They always gaslighting. Oh, this. All right. The point of this live is to save our people from the villain. The point of this live is to save our people from these doggone villains. That's what it is. From deceitful people, mischievous people. That's the point of the live. As much as you gonna get. The point of the live is to expose the truth and shame the devil. That's the point of the live. Shame the devil and tell the truth. The truth is our buddy. The truth is so dear to me. The truth is so dear to our people. That's the reason why y'all try y'all best to try to minimize it. Y'all use all different types of tactics. Y'all try to use comedy. You try to repeat yourselves. You try to do all these different methods to make sure our people don't get to the truth. But that's the thing about, a lot of our people, man. We are very, very persistent. Very persistent. You see the comments? Okay, that's good. And you know we consistent because now y'all talking about some you know what? I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that alone. You said a major impact for real, and I feel for people pretty soon. What do you mean for you feel for people? Yeah, I did. I did start early. That's true. I think I was 23 though. Around there. 24, 23. That's our issues, but they all have this mentality. You need to focus on the white Americans and sundown towns than the Africans. Yeah, natural righteous truth is our guidance. That is a fact. That is a fact. I had more energy last night than I do right now, but it's still good, y'all. Damn, see, it takes a lot of people to wake up until they're like 30 years old. I see you putting in work for years. Yeah. I think when people start like realizing that they're getting older, I think that's when they start taking it, taking, like I'm talking about maybe people around my age and stuff like that. They start, oh, let me, read. And then, things start clicking type vibe. But I don't know. Cause I do see that. Like a lot of our people, like if somebody around my age do know this, it's like they really don't care to defend our people. They'll just say, yeah, well, I'm this. They'll say it off a whim, like that's really doing something, Like for real. Like they'll say, cause I seen even that thing with DDG was like, DDG is a little older than me, but he was like, oh, if I'm Indian, then I'll just go ahead and embrace that I'm Indian. But it's like they don't really like go all in. It's more like they just brush certain things off their shoulder, like, oh, I'm just trying to get to the bag. I'm just trying to get to this. I'm just trying to get to that. You know what I'm saying? That's what they really own. That's what they really be doing. They ain't really helping like that. They just, I don't know what they doing. Bacon.
Oh, hello.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, no, nothing much. Just saw your live, thought it was interesting.
Okay.
Do you have any reason why you believe that Africans hate your guts?
And say and love the YT. The YT. So yeah. So there is a reason, first and foremost. You guys are in a stolen land. You guys harass us, manipulate us, and even some of you guys have contributed to unaliving us. And you camouflage those crimes. You try to smother those crimes just by saying that we're all black people. You also call us that because you know that you yourselves don't look at that as an identity. That's the reason why you guys self-identify your tribes, your country, right? And then still call yourselves black. So you can be yourselves and be us at the same time. So you know within yourselves that you can do something under the label black and not be held accountable, because it's easy for you to dump that on us, considering that the world takes your side before ours. So it's very slick, very manipulative, very subtle.
Okay. That was a lot to unpack there. I do find that quite interesting because I'd say that my experience is a bit different, seeing as I live in the UK. But in particular in the UK, African and Caribbean people, they still have to identify as black because that's what the white man identifies us as. We absolutely would rather go by our tribes and our countries, but on my birth certificate it says that I am of black African origin, and we are labeled as black. But obviously, in the motherland, we don't call ourselves black. And I know a lot of people are saying cap in the comments, but we literally are called black in the UK.
You have black African on your birth certificate in the UK?
Yes, black African on our passport. Sorry, not birth certificate. Sorry, that was a misstep on my.
Oh, how convenient. So you have African, or it says black African?
It's black African. So when you're applying for a job or you're applying to school or something, it will say black African, black Caribbean, black other.
And it says that on your passport in the UK?
Yep, it says it on the passport, and it says it when you're applying.
I don't know too much about the UK. I really don't. But the thing about this is, like I said, this is not how this originally started. You guys purposely called yourselves that to assimilate yourselves into what we are. I mean, what people were calling us. That's what you guys did. You guys did that. So this is the reason why even when you come to the States, you'll see African American, African, blah, blah, blah. You got all these different categories up under this because you guys repeated a lie until it became the truth in the eyes of the society, not because it's actually true. Because black is not a race. It's not a true identity. And you guys, you know, speak with a forked tongue, and you guys know that. You don't even look at it as an identity. Y'all know y'all don't. No African can convince me that they consider black an identity because you guys, you yourselves say that we don't know who we are, so you don't consider black an identity.
I feel like that's a wide generalization to make, especially as someone coming from the UK. So I don't know necessarily how your systems. I've only been to America once or twice on holiday, and I've never lived there long term. It was just a short term thing. Never had to have any run-ins with my identity. It was mainly people like, "Oh, you're British," and I'm like, "Yep," and that was about it. That was about the furthest of our interactions.
But you're not British.
By nationality, I am British.
No,
that's what my passport is.
What does nationality mean?
Nationality it usually is the country that you ascribe that you were born in, or the country that you have citizenship in. I have dual citizenship.
What's the key word in nationality?
The nation. So usually nation you were born in, or you have citizenship in.
No. So that's the key word, nation. So just because you go in a place and get a citizenship from people that took the land from the original inhabitants don't mean you are part of that actual nation. You can't just do identity theft for you can't do stuff like that. You that's a nation, right?
So dual nationality doesn't exist?
Just there's different nations of people. That's just what it is.
So
it's different nations of people.
Doesn't exist.
Citizenship. You got citizenship. You're not the nation.
It's dual nationality as well.
No, you got citizenship. You're not the nation. Like just what it is. You can't just become no. Because it's the same thing that y'all doing with us when we say we are American. We are the American nation, or the American nations, or whatever you want to say, like the American nation. And then you guys say because you come here and you get a citizenship that you now American. That's not how that works. You're a citizen. Because that citizenship can be revoked, or you can actually represent your country and attack us Americans. So I don't consider you guys true Americans. You guys would be citizens.
Okay. Well, it's funny because I'm not the part of the you guys in this situation because I am from the UK. But
even
just for some inference or just reference in general, I feel like you have a very American-centric view on race and how it negatively impacts people with a certain skin color and how identity is forced upon people. So when you come into the UK, you have no choice on whether or not you want to identify as African or your tribe. You are immediately labeled as black. Like there's no choice. What are you talking about?
Didn't you just say something about I have an American whatever like that? You know what I'm saying? Now you're talking about, now you're equating the same thing.
When did I say I have an American anything?
You're not listening. That's so sad. You're not even listening.
No, you're not listening. You said I had an American something. I never said anything about having an American anything.
You're not listening. That's a shame. You're not even listening. That's crazy. I was repeating what you said.
Okay, repeat what I said again, please. Sorry, because I might have
You was
misheard.
basically just saying like I got an American viewpoint, and now you're trying to connect what I'm experiencing, what we're experiencing, with what your experience is. You talking about something you don't have no choice. What was the point of saying that I have an American? No, what was the point of saying that I have an American viewpoint on race, and they're literally saying that the same thing that was done over here was done over there? Like, what was you trying to get at by saying that I have an American viewpoint on race?
Am I allowed to respond or no?
How do I have an American viewpoint about what race is? What did I say that made you say that?
Okay, so the fact of the matter is that you kept on talking about how Africans who migrate they don't really call themselves
I would, because I'm not the U.S. You know, what I'm saying the U.S. America guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's no, because the U.S. is different from the U.S. is different from the American continent. So technically, yes, that would be true, but we still need an explanation.
Okay, so am I not allowed to explain, or because every time I try to, I feel like I keep getting interrupted? Because I know it's your live, but you know,
making a correction is not going to stop you. I'm letting you talk. Don't exaggerate. I'm literally letting you talk. Me making a correction, you don't have to exaggerate.
A correction on me calling the United States America?
Yeah, okay. The United States. You gotta. I was making a correction.
That was a bit pedantic.
Yeah, I was making sure that you knew what you were talking about by making sure that it's very clear. Hold on. By making
I've got a university degree in pharmacy.
That's making it very clear.
That's making it very clear.
That's making it very clear that the American continent is different from the U.S. There's no problem with that. You can continue to speak.
I think we have sufficient enough geography classes here in the UK. You don't need to be pedantic.
When you were saying American,
I've got a university master's. Okay, you don't need to be pedantic.
Okay, relax. So if that's the case, then we're just making sure, because a lot of you guys generally equate the U.S. with America. That's what y'all do. So I was making sure that you understood that before you continue to speak, because you said I have an American viewpoint. So when you said that I have an American viewpoint, were you talking about the educational system, or were you talking about the original Americans that was found here?
I'm talking about the educational system.
So no, that's exactly why I said what I said. So now that all that pretentious energy that you had it meant absolutely nothing.
What pretentious energy?
You was talking about your credentials.
Yeah, absolutely, because I will not be talked down on as if I don't know the difference.
Nobody was talking down on you.
United States of yes, absolutely you were. You were being incredibly.
Do you know what talking down mean? Like, absolutely, do you know what talking down means?
Talking down is.
You start to exaggerate. You're
doing it currently
you
right
try
now.
To exaggerate. No, you try to exaggerate.
You're doing it currently right now. If you have a problem with me, drop me and block me. I really don't care.
You tried to exaggerate by trying to make it seem like I was doing you dirty, and you got caught. That's it. I was making a correction.
I got caught.
I was making a correction. And
you didn't make a correction of any point. A lot of people intercorrelate the words the US and America. They are interchangeable across the world. So I don't even. No, it's not a fact of not listening.
I was making correction to what
you like your own voice.
No, you're not listening. I was making a correction when you said American, and then I was also getting clarity, and now you're getting upset.
Oh yes,
because I was asking for clarity.
Drop me. Absolutely.
It wasn't even that serious. You made it that. You like to exaggerate yourself. You like to exaggerate situations.
You know what? Yeah, because you like to be so correct. I will completely agree with you, because you don't like to hear any other world viewpoints. It's the same thing with a lot of Americans I find today. You can come and talk about it from a different perspective from the UK or from the Caribbean, and you can talk from your perspective.
You can't speak on the Caribbean if you're African.
You do know that majority of Caribbeans, they are from the Ashanti tribe of Ghana.
No, they're not.
Yes, they do, because they actually have the same languages as the Ashanti tribe as well. And a lot of the Rastafarians.
No, they don't. Rastafarians believe that they come from Ethiopia. So what does it have anything to do with the Ashanti?
What do you mean does that have anything to do with the Ashanti? If you knew, okay, so I'm gonna teach you a bit of history here. So the UK has a deep history with Caribbean people because of the Windrush generation.
Yeah, I know that.
Yes, so we have okay, so you know all of
But
that.
what do you
Then you would
descend
also
from?
know the deep ties that that Caribbeans have to the Ashanti tribe in Ghana, in which they have a lot of the same customs as well as a lot of the same language similarities before
No,
the
they don't.
Irish were mixed in as well.
No,
Absolutely,
they
they
don't.
do.
No, they don't.
See, this is my
See,
thing. You
here's the
can't just
thing.
say
No,
no, they don't.
you're
You
ignorant
can't
to the
just say no, they
context.
don't.
You're
Like, it's
ignorant
in
to
a
the
very
context.
American
You
thing
just
that you
thinking
guys
that
do.
no, you
No, they
thinking I'm
don't.
delusional because you're ignorant to the context.
I absolutely do
You're
think you're
speaking out of
delusional because
ignorance.
your American system,
You're
the
speaking out
American
of
system of
ignorance.
education, your reading
I'm
age,
not
your
saying
average
anything.
reading
No,
age
I'm not saying
is below a
anything that
12-year-old in
I'm not.
America.
I'm not saying
So I
any.
would say that your educational system does
Isn't
not
it the
give you
same
enough.
person that said they like to hear that I like to hear myself talk? This the same lady? Oh my gosh.
Yes, it is. And the reason why you're not dropping me is because I'm bringing in viewers. So I'm going to keep talking because apparently you need me because nobody else is joining. But
Okay, what is that supposed to mean? You exposing yourself for being
I
manipulative.
mean, you could drop me right now if you want, but I'll still keep talking.
It doesn't even matter to me. You just exposing yourself. Why
I'm
do y'all
just
say? Why do
exposing
y'all act
myself
like
as well.
viewers is a bad
Or
thing?
am I exposing you as a clout
Why
chaser?
do y'all
Because there's no one.
Why do y'all act like viewers is a bad thing? Viewers is not a
There's
bad
no one
thing.
else who wants to join. I'm the only person here. Yes, like the people said, just drop me, but you won't because
People are
nobody
gonna
else is
still listen
joining.
regardless.
Oh, are you sure about that?
Yeah. Are you okay?
I don't know because I would say that in the case of talking to a lot of Americans, I feel as though the intellectual capabilities that you have
Mm-hmm.
is quite low in comparison to other countries in Europe
Well,
because your
it's a shame you
educational
feel that
system
way.
is so far behind. Your educational system is so far
It's a
behind
shame you
that
feel
when
that
we are
way.
talking about,
Hold on,
but
let
when
me
we are talking about basic
hold on,
history,
wait. It's a shame that you feel that way.
when we're talking
Love
about
and
basic
abundance.
history of the Caribbeans, we're talking about basic history of the Caribbeans, right? That a lot of people from the UK know and have grown up around. You are starting to tell me, nope, no information,
Listen, madam,
no
relax,
sources, no
relax.
nothing. All you go is nope.
Relax. Okay?
I'm absolutely relaxed.
Listen, relax, okay? It's okay. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Okay? You seem to be a little
Can I
frantic.
say something real quick?
As long as you keep it respectful.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll try. I'm just here to talk to my bacon egg girl, like, babe. I'm from Africa. I'm from Kenya. I lived in the UK. I went to Thames Valley Uni. Babe, there is no reasoning with these folks. Like this, and now I moved. 2018 I moved, and now I live in Texas. And babe, there's no release. This whole post he has over here, like African hate our guts and love white men. It's just rage
You can't say the
bait.
YT word up here. You gotta say as it's written. Okay? You gotta say YT. I'll let you speak. I'm not afraid of you guys saying whatever you want to say. You just can't go against the guidelines. But you can come back up and continue to say how we're delusional just like her. Okay? You can come up. I'll let you back up. All right? Love and abundance. So what were you saying about how we're delusional and there's no reasoning with us as if we're not, very welcoming and empathetic people? Continue.
No, you just have this whole victim mentality. It's everybody else's fault. Africans don't love us. They love the whiteys. It's always something. Like there's always, and then unless it's a trend, because nowadays it's become a little trend on, if you want to get TikTok famous, attack the Africans because they'll come in. So that's all you're doing. This
No.
is just rage baiting, honey, sweetheart.
No.
Listen, that's why you can't even
That's
let
not
bacon
true.
egg talk, because I mean, you're let me tell you why y'all think sometimes that we don't like y'all. It's
gaslighting don't work.
no, I'm not gaslighting you, sweetheart.
Yeah,
I'm keeping it
gaslighting
real,
don't work.
100. Like
A lot of gaslighters say they're not gaslighting, but gaslighting doesn't work. It doesn't work. You know that? It doesn't work here. It happens to me every day. It doesn't work. So even if you say I'm not gaslighting you 10 more times, you're still gaslighting. It doesn't work here. But yeah, you can continue
Okay,
though.
you're right, honey. You're so right. Okay, so anyway,
As she
bacon
continues to
egg,
do
I'll
it.
drop. I just wanted to jump up here and say, babe, there's no reasoning with these folks. There is not. Like, and this is a little trend they got
I know, right?
nowadays where they jump on lives and try to attack us and put our flags over there. So let me tell you, the reason you think we sometimes we don't like y'all is it's not that we don't like
You're
all of
repeating
y'all. It's
yourself.
we don't like the few.
You're
We don't
repeating
like the
yourself.
few
Go
like
go handle your
you. Like,
child and start repeating yourself.
Hello.
Go handle your child. Oh, hello, sunshine. Love and abundance.
Anyway,
Hi.
it's
What
3:34
my
in the
question
UK.
is, where
So
would these people be without America?
I
I
don't
just want to
know.
know. I really want to know, what would they be doing? You know what I'm saying? Would they, I don't understand, the
I really don't know. And return to sender. Every spell, everything that was cast shall be returned back unto you. Nothing
where
that
would you
you
be
guys
without
say,
America?
nothing that you guys
You
say
and
will affect
you over
us.
what do you
here?
mean? Where would I'm
Why
not
you not
in
in your country
America?
prospering? Why
I do
you
go back to
not
my country
helping your people?
regularly.
Why you not worried about your people?
I am. I do
we're
go back
worldwide,
regularly.
sweetie. We live
You
everywhere. Like I
you said
told you,
you
Lance in
worldwide, but why
England.
are you in
I live in
America?
America.
Okay,
I
she
go
You
to
got
don't know
it
how to
going
have
Africa.
on.
she didn't know how to have a calm conversation. I had to let her go.
You got it going on like that. You so much of the better what race, whatever
You said we were
you
better.
are.
I feel like this is projecting. No one said they were better than you.
All this projecting. Where would you be? Where would you be?
Who said
I
they were
want to
America
better
know.
did
than
more
you?
than
If
Would
that's
you
how
be
you
prospering
feel,
like you
then
prospering if there
that's
was no
just
America?
insecurity and projection.
Hello,
just hold
hello.
on, man.
She's not trying to
America
answer
did
your
nothing for
question. They
Africa.
don't like to
Answer the
answer questions,
What
question.
do you
yo.
mean? Where would be okay?
Where
Well,
would you
where would
be?
America be without the UK?
Would you be in your
Is
country
that what we're gonna start
prospering? Would you
doing
have
now?
the things that you
UK.
have?
They
Can you
didn't make
answer
the
that?
Can
UK.
I,
What do you mean? Would I have this? I probably absolutely would because I've never lived in
Because
the
a lot of y'all
UK.
come over here
Making a lot of
and y'all give
Who's
noise.
some
where's over
resources.
here? I'm from the
Where would
UK.
you
Can you
be?
not
Hey,
tell by the
Answer
so
accent?
answer the
everybody
question.
relax,
Can you not tell
relax.
by the accent I'm from
We're
the
gonna
UK
relax,
or not?
okay? Everybody, we gotta have a calm conversation. Don't create it,
What do you
don't
mean
make it
you
chaotic,
created the UK? Is this the
okay?
American educational
Oh,
system where you
you
don't
can't
know
do
where
that,
you
madam.
originated?
If you hear the host talking, you're supposed to show respect. I'm letting you speak, okay? I know it's normalized to disrespect us, but you're gonna respect us right now, okay?
can I respond to Miss Sunshine?
Yeah, you can.
Okay. I don't think Africa needs America at all. We
Okay,
are the resource.
okay.
They are
Say that
they
then.
take resources from us. This is at a corporate level.
So hold on,
But at an
pause. So what resources do we use in America besides cobalt? What food and what clothes do we get from Africa?
I mean, all the material for AI and cell phones come
No,
from Congo.
no. We're not talking about that. What food and what clothes do we get from Africa?
You see what I'm saying? We're discussing minerals,
No, we're
stuff that
not.
changes the world.
No, we're
You're
not.
discussing clothes and that.
No, we're not.
That's the
We're not.
mentality
We're
that
talking. We
Africans
just said
don't
resources. Nobody said anything
understand.
about minerals. We're talking about resources.
I'm
What
talking
food?
I'm
What
talking about
water?
stuff
No,
that is
what
made
food? What
France.
food? What water? Right? What food? What water? And what clothes do we
Do
get
you
from
guys
Africa
have
to survive?
do you have the brand Nestle over there?
We're
A lot
discussing
of
chalk and cheese here.
your American
Like
brands,
clothes
they
won't
have
change anybody's
Y'all
life.
talking over each other? Yeah, both of you guys. Are you from Africa, Bacon?
I'm Nigerian, yes.
Interesting. Okay, so both of you guys are African. Respect each other. Don't talk over each other. All right. Good. Leslie, what were you saying?
I was saying that Europe is rich based on the minerals collected from Africa. There's no country that has ever been rich from clothing from America, man. It's chalk and cheese.
Okay.
You can't compare the two. Africa is the big daddy that everybody pretends like they don't see.
Okay.
And all of Europe is built on the back of African minerals. There's no country that's ever been built on your clothes and water and all this stuff you're talking about. It's foolery.
Okay. Okay. None of that means absolutely nothing. You're just yapping. Okay.
You're comparing clothes. You're saying Africans get clothes from America. I'm saying
No, you're
America
lying.
gets minerals from
I'm just
Africa.
letting
And
y'all.
you
Hold
actually
on.
think
Okay.
It's a level
I'm just letting y'all see. I'm just letting y'all see how they lie in the moment. Okay. I'm really showing you guys who we're dealing with. I'm really showing you guys that, like, for real.
How you doing? I don't know if you can hear me.
Yeah. What's going on? Who is that talk? Does she know she's up here? Who is that? Or Bass? Something like that. I don't know what's going on. Do you know you're up here? If not, we're gonna move on.
Yes, I do know that I'm up here.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like America has so much crazy stuff compared to our countries over here on this side of the world going on. If I'm being honest, I'm not African, by the way, but I grew up in the Caribbean.
Wait. Where are you from? Bass?
I was born in the Netherlands, and I grew up in the Netherlands Antilles.
Okay.
So, Caribbean, Dutch Caribbean, however you want to put it.
Okay. And what did you come up here to say?
Well, I just find that I was listening to what you were saying to Bacon and stuff about how the Caribbean people are totally different to how the African people are, but I didn't agree at all because
Okay.
I feel like we're the same.
Okay.
And a lot of us get told as well that we're from the places where she was saying that we were from. You know, people do say that, oh, we're from Ethiopia, blah, blah, blah. But that's because what Bob Marley was saying it, I think.
You think?
Yeah. He was the one who was saying it. And then people just ran with it. And then when people actually started doing a study to see where they were actually from, it was some tribes in Nigeria.
Nigeria was created by Arabs and people from Brazil. I don't know why y'all keep saying that. Yes, Arabs run Nigeria, and there still is a lot of Arabs there today. Yorubas descend from Arabs, Hassas are Arabs, Fulanis are Arabs. We got to stop lying. And Brazilians were shipped to that particular part over 100 years ago, probably close to 200 years ago. They created the Brazilian headquarters and taught a lot of those Africans that was there. We cannot continue to keep on lying. Yes.
I'm just
No,
okay. So I'm going to tell you something really interesting.
No.
My tribe is older than your country as a whole. So our records date back before the existence of the United States of America. And Nigeria as a country, its borders were drawn up by an Englishman's wife who wanted to call the place Nigeria, and Nigeria literally has the word meaning black. Like, this is where I mean like cognitive dissonance, because the lack of education is crazy.
It's horrible.
The foundation of Nigeria and is set by, like I said before, Arabs and people from Brazil. That's just what it is.
That's not true. You need to learn. I think you're the one who need to learn, brother.
The culture.
You need to learn.
Hold on. The culture and everything that these people are doing in Nigeria come from the Arabs, the people that descend from Arabs, and the people from Brazil.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Where did you learn that from? Where you learn that from?
What are Hassas? Are they not Arabs?
No, that's not true. We're telling you we are from there, but
are they not Arabs? Don't Yorubas
No,
descend from Oduduwa?
They are not.
Yes, they do.
It's because you hear just the
they
name,
do.
you think they are. They are. Oh my God.
Do not.
I don't know why you have this life.
Do not Yorubas
and you don't want to learn.
Oh, y'all talking too much.
You're supposed to learn from us.
No,
brother.
I'm not. I'm not supposed to learn
us.
from the people that said. No, I'm not.
You need to learn. I'm telling you.
You keep talking over the host, he gonna drop you.
No, I'm not.
It doesn't matter, but he need to understand because he's the one who keeps talking too much. You have to listen to other people say something.
No, y'all talking at the same time. Y'all talking too much. Y'all talking at the same time.
No, you don't let people finish their sentence.
Y'all
but you are wrong.
The same time.
I think you need to read the history. You need to learn. I don't know if this is what you learn in school, but it's wrong. You are talking about a lot of nonsense. I'm telling you seriously. A lot
Can I
of
respond?
Nonsense.
Like,
Can
I
I
mean, these
respond
are
to the
people that
host?
have never stepped foot in Africa, so I don't even know why we're expecting them to know any better. So,
I don't know if have
Can
you
I?
been in Africa before?
no,
Yeah,
they haven't.
give up. That's right, give
No,
up.
him. I'm talking about him. Him. Have you been
Huh?
in Africa
You s-
before? Have you been in Africa?
Are you in Africa right now?
No, I'm in here in America. I'm asking you, have
Oh,
you
what do
been
you
in,
know?
have you ever been in Africa?
What do you know?
Have you ever been?
What do you know?
About what?
What do you know?
Ask
You in
me
America.
about what?
Look at that.
Why do all the Africans live in
Yeah, I
America? What's
wasn't
up with
born
that?
here. I know a lot
I'm
of
in
things because I
Africa.
wasn't born
Well,
here.
a
I was
lot of
I'm
born
in
in
people
Africa. I
Africa.
grew up in
Yeah, you say
Africa.
all, they gonna try to use that, but it's millions of y'all y'all not from here, bro. Y'all not from here. Why y'all trying to? Why
I'm
y'all
not
trying to
from
go?
here.
Why
I
y'all getting outside
understand.
your body?
I'm not from here. I don't
Like,
want to be from here.
less than 1% of Africans live in America. Like, there's over 1 billion of
Almost
us. What
every
does that
African
have to
that comes
do
up
with
here
anything?
either lives in the USA or the UK. Almost there is. We rarely get any African
Yeah, because
requests
do
up
you know
here
Yeah.
that
how an
lives in
algorithm
Africa.
I'm from
works?
Like that
Do you
is
know
I'm
how an
from
strange.
Africa.
algorithm works? Or is that not, is
I'm
that something that escapes your American education as well?
No, we're fine.
no,
We're
It's
You
I'm
actually
talk about
good.
my
here.
American
American
No, we're fine.
education,
education.
but you risk your lives
No,
to
no, no,
come
no, 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 no,
get
no,
our
no.
education.
Risk
That is not.
whose life, baby? I
Hold
flew
on, it's
first
too much. It's too
class.
much. Relax,
So,
relax.
Me too.
Remember, nobody's gonna hurt
Me
y'all.
too.
Nobody's gonna hurt y'all one at a time. Nobody's gonna hurt you. Relax. All right, one at a time.
Y'all pick up your entire lives and come over here to get our American education. So that's not an insult. You go to our
I'm
HBCUs
not
as
in the
well.
Americas.
Hold
The
on, you go
Americas
to
is
our
far behind in
HBCUs.
education.
Hello, you go
The
to our
European
HBCUs and
countries
you go
are
to
way
our Ivy
above.
Leagues. So I don't know what you're talking about American
You came
education.
to, I go to a top 10 university in London. I don't need your Ivy League. Half of them don't even make
That's still our
half of
Ivy
them don't
League,
even
by
make
the
the
way.
top 50. So why would I be in,
Hello,
Which one is
UK
that?
schools are still our
why
schools.
would I
That's
go
still
to
ours.
UCL? So why would I be in America
That's
of
still
all
ours.
places with your
You didn't
IQ
create those
and
schools, did you?
values?
Did you create those schools? Then it's not your school.
Oh my god, did you create
Why
those
don't you go to
schools?
an
Are they
African
your
school?
schools or do they
Why
belong
don't
to
you
the
go to an
YT
African
man?
school?
Let's think about it.
Pause, everybody stop. This was the same person
Jesus.
that said something about the education being bad, right? Am I tripping? This is the same person that said something about the education, but flex her
Absolutely. You
educational,
guys don't know history or geography.
but flex her educational degree. She said something about the education of us doing this is bad. America's this, America's that. But now she was flexing her degree. That's why I talk about. That's funny, Mr. Cook. Talking with, you know what I'm saying, being like saying one thing but then doing the opposite. You know what I'm saying? Like they contradict themselves a lot. Like why do you do that? Why did you do
Contradicting
that?
how? I said
Like
your
why did you try to
education
make it seem like the education system is bad but then flex your educational degree? Why would you do something
I'm
like
talking
that?
about the American education system. Again, cognitive dissonance here. Never once did I mention the UK education system.
Cognitive dissonance?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, let's look that up real
Stop
quick. Because I already
insulting him.
hold on. No. Well, yeah, okay. I'm not gonna tell you not to do that. Okay. Psychological discomfort, which I just have to read the definition. I know what it means. When holding two conflicting beliefs or values, when acting in a way that contradicts one's belief. What I did, how was that cognitive dissonance? How was that contradicting my my belief?
Because you were talking about something that you believed that I had said, never once referenced, and then you started making the assertion that I had said that. Again, going against your own point. If your point doesn't match the point that I originally made, you are obstructing yourself.
Is that degree working for you?
It's a degree in pharmacy, so I'm mainly in pharmaceuticals.
Interesting.
Interesting.
I think she meant to say Stockholm syndrome, because fundamentally you were kidnapped from Africa. And if you were kidnapped from Africa
you're saying
today,
words you can't
you're
say on
praising
here.
your
I have to
master.
let you go, man. Why can't you guys respect the TikTok guidelines and speak with some self-dignity? How come you guys can't speak with honor? You got to speak with disrespect and sabotage. Your mischief is not intelligence.
No,
We're
we're
going
trying
to
to
proceed.
educate
Stop
you
talking while I'm
because
talking. I was definitely explaining myself. Okay? Don't do that. All right? Love and abundance. Now you can speak. Oh, you upset because I asked you for some respect? That seems about right.
like I was saying, if Africa was the pinnacle,
You
or
funny.
whatever country, why aren't they over there getting their educations in Africa?
They do. They come over here as
Oh,
well.
you're not. Why is
They-
that?
Oh, I did. Okay, so here's the thing. You don't know my life story. If you ask
We
me,
You
don't
were going to
care.
school in the
Answer the
UK. Don't try to
question.
gaslight
hang on a
me.
second. She asked me a
Don't
question.
try and
She asked
gaslight me.
me.
You just said
She
you was going
asked
to
me
school in
the
the UK.
question. Can I, or am I not allowed to answer? Is
You
that
just
what?
said you was going to school in the UK.
Okay, so first of all, you do know that there's multiple parts to the educational system. How about I break it down for you? There's nursery, primary school, secondary school, and
Doesn't matter.
university.
It doesn't
I
matter.
spent majority of my primary and secondary education in Nigeria.
Why didn't you do all of it in Nigeria?
Why didn't I do all of it in Nigeria? Because my
Yeah,
family
since
were
y'all have
based
superior
here. My family
education.
were based here in
Y'all
the
have
UK.
superior education than the Western world. So why you ain't
Who
over there?
who said we had superior education? I was
You were
talking about the
literally
UK
talking about our
system.
education.
Yeah, I was talking about your education in America being
Yeah,
crap
the UK and
in
the American
comparison to
education
the
are the
UK.
same. UK and the American education are the same.
No, they're not actually.
Yes, they are.
Okay, how are they the same? Please describe it to me.
Because people from the UK created schools here. Americans and people from the UK created the schools here. So how is it not the same?
How long
How is it
ago
not
was
the
that?
same?
And do you not believe that
How is it not the
evolution
same?
through schools exists? Because why would you
Can you
believe the
explain
same
how it's not the
system?
same? If
Why would you
people from the
believe?
UK migrate over here and created the schools?
Your education does not make you intelligent.
Yeah, I don't know why you're giggling at that, because you'd said to me that the educational system in the UK and the US were the exact same. Okay, if they're the exact same,
I want to
tell me
know why
something.
you're not going to school in Nigeria. That's what I want to know.
I already told you. I got into a better university over here in the UK for pharmacy, which is why I'm in the UK.
Why can't you create better universities in your country?
Colonialism. Hello.
Oh, that's an excuse. If it was colonialism, you wouldn't be going to school in a country that supposedly colonized other countries. That
Yes,
makes no
you
sense.
would.
No, that's
because
wicked.
You would
That's
be
wicked.
searching for
That's
better
wicked.
opportunities
That's wicked to do something
outside.
like that. No, that's wicked.
Outside.
That's wicked. People think
How is that
we
wicked?
always have to explain ourselves to everybody. Okay. That's wicked to do something like that. Yeah, that's pretty evil.
How is
Actually,
it
you know what?
wicked?
You're a little bit right, because actually the UK system is a little bit worse, because actually I looked up their grading system. Their A is a lower score than us. Their B is a lower score
Yes,
than us.
do you
Their
know why
C
that
is a lower
is?
score than us. So yeah,
Okay,
the
so
UK
here's what
the
I'm
UK
talking about.
is
Do you know?
the UK
Do you
is
know?
hello. The UK is a little worse, so it makes sense why she couldn't get into an American
Hang on a
school.
second. Hang on a second. Do you know why
Our A is
that
like
is?
our
You
A
let
is
her
like
finish
in the
talking.
90s. Our A is in the 90s. Their A is in the high 70s, like high 70s to low 80s. Like that is so embarrassing. Their
That's
A is
because
our
the
B.
educational system is
Their
harder
B
in
grade
the
is our A
UK.
grade.
The harder the educational system, the lower the grades are to be able to reach an A. So for
Okay.
one, I don't even know what kind of system. If you're talking about university, we don't do A's in university. We don't even we do A stars from secondary to sixth form. So again, that's a miscommunication.
Bro, their lower grade is their lower
You do
grade.
understand the
Our lower
easier
grade
the
is their higher
exam, the
score.
easier
That's
the exam, the
embarrassing.
higher the pass mark. The harder the exam, the lower the pass mark. Again, or is that something you Americans don't understand?
Yeah, we don't do that. It's uniform for everything. It doesn't matter how hard it is. It's the same. Y'all need levels, because I mean,
What do you mean
I'm not
you
gonna
need
do
levels?
that, but
This is what I mean. We in the UK have seen what SAT exams look like, and they look like our GCSE exams, in which we give children younger than 2 years younger than which you sit your SATs. We know what the SATs look like in comparison to our GCSEs and our A levels.
Girl, what are you talking about?
See, this is what I mean. When you have no outside knowledge, apart from
What are
your
you
own
talking
country,
What you're speaking is
you
irrelevant.
cannot make
You couldn't
fair
even answer her
comparisons
question.
between countries.
My ancestors are literally from the UK. You're literally in my ancestors' land because you didn't like your own. Like,
Okay,
please,
then why
please,
aren't
like,
you here?
Like, please be for real. Talking about what I know.
He's
I know more
going to.
about my ancestral land than you do. You're in my land, not the other way around.
Okay, what do you know about it? Because you
You're in
didn't know
my
shit.
land, not the other
You
way
didn't know
around.
anything.
Okay, love and abundance. Let's reel it back. Love and abundance. Yeah. So
When did you hear?
why do you occupy a land that you slander? And why do you mimic the culture? I see is that individuals that look like they're blind in your head. Why do y'all mimic the land that you talk about? And why are you in a land getting education, right, from a system that did your people dirty? Wouldn't that be something like an accomplice would do, or like something that's like somebody bad? Somebody bad would do something like that. Only somebody wicked. Because I feel as though that you guys have normalized doing stuff that we would be slandered for. We would be slandered if we went to a place in Africa and occupied the land and it was stolen from those original people. You guys would slander us in the media and you would try to destroy us because it's something that's normalized. This is the reason why I say it's not normal. It's not like a regular thing. Like even the media know we're different. Like even the media. The GOV know we different. The Pale people know we different because y'all all like work together. So y'all know y'all different. And it's been like that since the beginning. So
I mean, Ghana has a system in which Caribbeans, and I know you won't like that word, so people who seem to be identified as Black Americans can go to Ghana and gain citizenship. There's actually a large community of them there right now, and the media actually supported them. So
a small community. But here's the thing.
no, it's actually
It
quite
is a
big. It's
small
growing.
community.
It's several
It's leverage.
it's
Oh,
several
thank you,
thousand.
my
Okay.
blood.
For as many of you guys that are in our land, there's like over 10 times more. I think it was 100 times, my bad. For every one American that's in Nigeria, there's 100 times more of you guys that's in our land. It's almost a million, if not a million,
Yeah,
Nigerians
because
in
there's a
the
billion of
USA.
us. Yeah, do you know why? Because
I
there's
was talking. No, I was
266
talking. I was
Nigerians.
talking. I know it's.
266
I was
million
talking.
Nigerians. That's
I
barely
was talking.
1% of our
I was
population.
definitely talking. I sat here and I listened to you ramble. Let me finish, okay? For every
Me
one,
ramble.
yes, for every one, yes, for every one American that's in Nigeria, there's like 100 times more of you guys in our land. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's because you don't understand proportionality, because there's 266 million Nigerians alone, and we're not even talking about West Africa as a whole. So when you're talking about a million Nigerians, that's barely 1% of our population. And then you compare it to the fact of how many of you are there? Does it even reach 50 million? Of course, we're always going to outmatch you in terms of numbers. It's called proportionality, or did you also not learn that in school?
Okay, I know it's normal to disrespect an American, but that's not acceptable.
No,
You still
when
didn't
you
answer the
call us
question.
wicked,
No,
when you
you
call us
still,
wicked,
yeah,
you
you
don't
are.
feel that's disrespectful at
No, it's
all, or
not.
no?
No, it's not.
We gave you
You
Okay,
facts.
well, I
y'all
don't think it's
disrespect.
disrespectful to call you
Y'all been
uneducated.
y'all been
You had no
disrespecting me.
idea what
Nah,
proportionality is.
y'all been disrespecting me since y'all got up here, and you was
Yes, and I'll
giggling,
continue to
and
do it. You have
you
no
was
idea what
giggling,
proportionality
and
is.
you was giggling when that lady came up here and said that we was this, that, and other.
Yes, and I'll giggle
So,
again
no.
because your friends were giggling when they were
Dropped, and you'll get
talking
dropped. This
about
is not your
gambling like
panel. This is not
fools,
your
To add
panel.
not
on,
understanding anything that.
This is not your panel. You can get
just
dropped.
to add on,
No,
hey,
he
some of
can't.
them
He won't
Nigerians,
drop
they
me.
do that
He's
shit
not
in
dropped
real
me
You
for the
life.
know, they
past
like
30 minutes,
chaos,
Venus.
Venus. You
Drop
know,
me.
they
Please
Yeah,
like
drop me.
hey,
chaos.
I've
so
been
hey,
actually begging for it.
She
So
likes
drop me.
chaos.
But
I've
he
been around
won't
this
because I
African
bring the
girl, bro.
views in and
They
he's a crowd
cosplay us for
chaser,
so much,
so he
bro.
won't.
Like
He knows
they
he won't.
cosplay us so much.
Hold on,
Hey,
Hawk.
I've been around a Nigerian, bro.
Hey, y'all gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill. All right. Well, what were you saying, Hawk?
No, I was saying I was in the store, you know what I'm saying, just minding my own business, and this fake ass this wannabe African or this African or Nigerian, I
Yeah,
don't know
love
what.
and abundance, Hawk. You know you can't do that, man. I think you've been watching the lives for a while. You can't do that. Can't cuss. We're gonna go to hybrid.
Hi.
Yes.
No, I'm just looking at the topic. I'm a bit confused because it doesn't make sense. But I will add that there seems to be a particular difference between civilized black people and ghetto black people, right?
Okay,
So,
stop right there. Okay, we don't use the word black because you guys use that to camouflage your hate for our people. Say Africans
Have you been?
and
You
say
from
or say
Africa? Are you
Americans.
talking about your country?
Yeah, but
all right, no
Hold on,
problem. Let me
sunshine.
let me
Hold on,
just
hold on.
land.
I'm making sure that he gets this. We don't use that. You're gonna say who you're talking about.
All
Okay?
right, BLK. So this is the thing, right? How come you have several BLK people out of America who are in cooperative ventures with continental Africans? So you
What?
have a bunch of people that look alike who are doing progressive business together from the Western Hemisphere as well as the continent of Africa, and they're progressing every day. They don't have this competitive discussions.
What are you talking
But you
about?
see, I'm trying to say that you have BLK Americans who are building with
Listen, I
African
just told
continentals.
you we're not black. I just told you that. That's why I made
I
the
don't.
correction.
Okay, okay. So what are
Yeah,
you if you're not BLK?
we
American.
the original.
All right, but
Period.
that's not the point though. The point I'm trying to make is life is all about access and information, right? So if you don't have it, you're going to be slightly disgruntled to the point where you will spend your lifetime on the internet creating topics to foster division, whereas all you have to do is find your tribe. You need to find like-minded people across the globe for you to build. And in my view, this challenge tends to affect people who are ghetto, right?
Ghetto.
As opposed
What
to
do you know about the
progressive.
ghetto?
Well,
And
I'm not.
I just moved past how you was dismissive. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna move past that. But
I'm not here to argue with you.
what do you know
I'm
about
on your
the
side.
what do you know about the no? What do you know about the ghetto?
Um, it just means that you have certain people who operate in terms of being able to resonate, whereas you have other people who behave slightly more barbaric in nature, focusing on survival. And as a result, they're not able to connect, collaborate, work collectively
No,
with people that look like them. So that's the
no, man.
ghetto.
You don't know nothing. You don't know. Good one, Mr. Cross. The world is a ghetto. That's funny. You don't know what you're talking about, man. You guys, you guys, your whole thing about you guys' countries are far worse than our ghettos. Far worse. So I think that you guys need to watch your mouths. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that you guys don't care. I mean, I'm allowing you guys to speak. You know, some people might think, oh, why he letting them disrespect him like that? Oh, I'm just letting y'all see how they operate. So it might, you know, make somebody mad or whatever like that. But I already signed up. I already knew. I expect my ops to operate like this. So I expect them to say slanderous stuff. I expect them to gaslight. I expect them to manipulate. I expect them to do all types of stuff to make it seem like you know what I'm saying, whatever they wanted to seem like. I expect that. Your ops do that. That's how they move. And you haven't said not anything to actually prove that you guys have love for our people. You came up
All
Yeah,
right.
here.
my thing is I want to add in is
How,
like how do you know that we not over here collaborating with our people in our tribes?
I
How
was
do you
talking,
know
man.
we not are amongst our tribes here in
Hawk,
America? How do
I
you
was
know we
talking,
not?
man. I know you're getting rammed up,
My
but
bad,
you
bro.
know, yeah. Yeah, if you guys come up here, I know y'all getting frustrated with like that, but yeah, I just, yeah.
I wanted to respond to your question in terms of adding value, and I wanted to understand your own perspective of a solution. So, for me personally, I am continental, but my business partners and my team is African American. So, what am I
We're not African
supposed to do?
American.
All right, so
No,
BLK American.
I just told you we're not Black American. I just said that. That's why I
Okay.
said you was being dismissive. You don't
All right. Okay.
listen.
Okay.
Yeah, you
So
don't
they are
listen.
from. All right. So they are based in America.
You just said you was on our side, but you purposely ignored. So you were a liar. What do you know? How convenient.
I'm not lying about
Yeah, you are.
nothing. I just don't.
You are a
I'm not
liar.
familiar with your terminology. I'm not familiar with your terminology. But how come
Oh,
I'm
so
able
you
to
lying
work
again?
with?
Because if I make a
No, no, no.
correction and then you make that mistake, a person that's a slip up, you say, "Oh, I apologize for that. I don't want to disrespect you guys." Oh, how convenient that you say it again. How
Well,
convenient.
you're emphasizing terminology when
And
I'm
then
not
make an
from
excuse on top of that.
America. You're emphasizing terminology to excuse the fact that I'm telling you about solutions, right?
Oh, being
You're
this
trying to
no,
use
this is
that.
a solution.
This is
Fix
this is this is a
no, the
feminine.
solution.
This
No, the
is
solution is telling the truth. You don't tell us what the solution is. I think you need to know your place. I think every single last one of y'all do. Y'all need to know your place. You don't tell us what the
all right.
solution is.
Okay.
No.
So my
Yeah, I
point
think you guys
is,
think of yourselves as some type of leaders amongst us. We don't know you. We
it's
don't know
not about
you.
leadership. It's about
Yes, it
collaboration,
is. No,
right?
it's about leadership. But it's
Nah,
a
you don't know. You know that
collaboration
means you
is
don't
no.
understand the game. You don't understand
Collaboration,
the game.
no.
It's about
Collaboration,
partnership.
no. No.
All
Collaboration
right.
is
So
just a
tell me.
soft,
Okay.
no. No.
Tell me your solution and
Collaboration,
tell
no,
me
no, no,
what
no,
you're
no.
building.
No, no, no. Collaboration is just a soft way for your hidden agenda. Just like how you say we all black, we need to do all this love, yada, 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 yada. No, we don't fall for that. We're not falling for that. We're not. So you either
All
going to
right. So
present, you're going to actually listen, right? Collaboration means that you listen too, right? We don't just sit here and listen to you. You
all
thinking
right.
that you,
So
yeah, we don't do that.
all right.
That's
So
not how that's not how that works.
I'm in partnership with black people out of America,
Okay,
and we
yeah. This is
specialize
the same
in.
guy that said something about collaboration, right? He thought that by him being dismissive, somehow that was, intelligent. I don't know, man.
Huh.
We're gonna see what Noble want to say. Yeah, he couldn't even get it right.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna let y'all say what y'all want to
Okay.
say, but as soon as y'all keep disrespecting the kin and stuff like that, I don't know. I don't know,
You
man.
see, my point. Go
Hello?
yeah, ahead, and my point is towards your thinking because what I realize is when people from the African continent come over here and they disrespect the local people and they try to educate the local people, enforce their own ideology on local people, that is a lot of disrespect. And if we're not going to be honest about that, because I myself am an Af from the continent,
What?
but I'm not going to come over here and be lying about what we're doing.
Why are you talking like that?
Because what happens is we come over here, we're dealing with we choose white people. Let's be
YT,
honest.
man, your signal is messed up. YT people, it's censored. You can't say it. Okay.
I mean, that's fine. Y'all can choose the white tea people. Y'all gonna burn with the white tea people too.
Hey
That's
man,
fine
you
by
can't say
us.
stuff like that.
That's
No,
fine.
no, you can't say stuff like that. You gotta drop hawk. Gotta drop down. We gotta I gotta drop you for right now, man. Love and abundance. I could bring you back. We can't say nothing out of right now. Can't say nothing like how should I say it? Yeah. Not on the live. You're on mute. No, Noble. Yeah, derogatory. You gotta finish what you were saying. Okay. I'm just
No.
showing you guys. It don't even matter if I say something or not. So let me. It doesn't matter if we say something or not. They're still going to disrespect us. I'm just letting y'all know. It's normalized. I'm showing it. This is real time. It's normalized to disrespect us. It's normalized, and they are one of the biggest reasons why it's normalized, if not the biggest reason. It's okay. That's why they feel comfortable to get up here and say that, because they, have underhanded agendas, and they also say the same talking points. Oh, we outnumber you. Notice it's always a proportion thing, right? Oh, we outnumber you. So it could be 1 million of us that exist. If they send over another 1 million of them, say it's 200 million of them, they'll send a 2 million to come fight us, right? To try to do us dirty, try to wipe us out, try to do some crazy stuff. They'll say, oh, that wasn't a majority. That wasn't a majority. It was only a little percentage. We're dealing with devils and principalities. Okay? Like love and abundance. I'm keeping it a buck with y'all. That's how they move. That's exactly how they move. Oh, it wasn't a majority. So they can send, as long as they don't equal the majority, they'll continue to send people over here to do us dirty. I'm just pointing this out. This is an agenda. This is called a long-term agenda. We got to pay attention, not short-term, long-term type stuff. The long-term is to destroy us. That is the agenda. That is the agenda. So I'm just letting y'all see it firsthand. It don't matter if I switch the background. It don't matter if I do anything else. If I don't talk, if I do talk, they're going to still disrespect. They still going to do it. I'm just showing y'all. That's how it is. And the people that try to say, the people that try to say, oh, you doing da 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 da, those people are also not on our team, because these people condone criminals that didn't come to a stolen land. Okay, when you watch an interrogation room, the criminal will always try to defend their character and try to defend themselves. They'll say, oh, how could you believe I'll do something like that? Well, it could have been Buddy. Buddy is the same height as me in the video. Who could have been Buddy down the street? You don't know if it was me. You ain't see my face. You know what I'm saying? I would never do that. I would never do that to my cousin. I'll never do that to them. I love them. That's my own flesh. That's my own people. Right? Anybody that ever seen an investigation room know what I'm talking about. This how these people move. They move like they the criminal trying to dodge accountability. Trying to make sure they don't go to prison. That's exactly how they move. Nothing that they say, if you really pay attention, the goalpost is never for the benefit of us. Really pay attention. The goalpost is never to help us. It's to help themselves. It's either to silence what we got to say or to get what they want out of us. There's nothing else. Yep.
But what do you say? What do you say about some of us that moved from the continent of Africa, and when we came over here, we embraced everything about this land? What do you say about that?
No, you don't. You don't embrace everything. You talk trash.
No, I embrace everything.
We're not talking about you. We're talking about the nation. Y'all talk trash. And y'all secretly move behind it. No, stop it. Y'all talk trash and you secretly move behind the scenes. So no, that's not true.
No, not all of us. That's what I'm trying to tell you, please, brother.
Man,
No
don't call me. Do not call me
okay?
brother. Don't call me brother when you didn't check your own people for disrespect. Don't do that. We're not your brothers. You are a stranger. The word stranger exists. The word stranger exists for a reason. You are a stranger, man. Okay, I don't know you. I have brothers, and you're not one of them. You're a stranger, man. Just call me host, okay? Respectfully, call me host. That's what I am. Or say not Black African.
To use, but what?
Your signal's messed up, man. You gotta hold on till your signal get better. Okay? Love and abundance. We're gonna move to Suede. Your signal messed up. Your signal's really messed up, so you gotta just wait. All right. We're gonna move on. Suede.
Hi. I don't know what the problem is. I mean, where are all these Africans that apparently that are supposedly obsessed and are busy talking about African Americans. Not sorry, not African Americans, Black
No, we're not
Americans.
black. We're not black either. I mean, we're known as black, but we're not black. You guys don't consider that an identity. That's why you guys culturally appropriate and disrespect us. Call us American.
So what do you identify as?
The original Americans.
The original Americans?
Yeah. I mean, I'm cool with
Okay.
FBAs and stuff like that. They just got to take that black part off, call themselves foundational Americans. I'm cool with that. But we are the original Americans, the
Oh,
foundation.
FBA?
No, we're the
Okay.
originals. We were here.
Okay.
No, like we're the
Well,
originals.
honestly, like, yeah, I'm African, and there's no, I've never been to an African platform where they're talking about like you guys. But I don't know, like the only platforms that I see that are disrespecting Africans are these sort of lives. I mean, I don't really know what the issue is because you said that we're not doing anything to try to help you and things like that, but you're not helping us either. So I don't get why do we need to help you when you're not helping us? Like,
Okay. Okay, so now you a liar. You're a liar. Our people have helped y'all for decades. We've sent money.
with what?
Hold on.
To
I was
who have
definitely
you sent money
I was
to?
talking. I was definitely talking. We was definitely talking. I was definitely talking. We definitely
But
have
who
helped.
did you
We
send money
definitely
to
have helped.
though?
No, we definitely have helped you guys for decades. That's actually a
How?
fact.
How? I want to know how. You
I
cannot
really
say
want
it's a
y'all to listen
fact.
to this. Everybody that's listening, I really want y'all to hear this. She said, so you saying that we never helped y'all?
I'm not saying that you've never. I'm just saying that I'm not aware of it, and that's why I want to know. Give me some evidence.
How convenient. How convenient that you don't know. You don't know nothing about your own land. How convenient.
Look, I'm not like I'm not refuting your fact that you're saying that you said that you've helped Africans, but I want to know when and how and with what, because I'm African and I've never. When I was in Africa, I didn't even, we didn't get money from anyone. I mean, my parents worked, we worked. So I don't know how you guys have helped Africans. I don't get it.
And where are you in America?
I'm not in America.
Are you in the UK?
No,
Where are you?
I'm in Australia.
Wow. So you're in another stolen land. How convenient.
I mean, you could say that. I guess, the whole world is colonized anyways.
Is it?
So, I mean, like when you go, Europe, there are the indigenous Europeans, and Africa, there are indigenous people. Same in America, there are indigenous Americans, but there are people that, went there. So it's like that everywhere, isn't it?
You guys are wicked. You have a wicked mindset. We're gonna move on. Lynn. Yeah, love and abundance. Lynn.
Yes, what's up? Hi everyone.
Yeah, what's going on?
No, I just came up to ask who helped who? Like, are you saying America helped Africa? Like, what are you saying?
How do you guys get inventions? How do you have our inventions?
What invention?
Cars, street lights, the way your buildings are built,
I mean, most
cell
cars are made
phones,
in Asia. Most
cell phones.
cars
I
are
said
made in Asia.
inventions,
And
not where it's
the
produced.
cobalt,
No,
the
I
main
said,
mineral, that operates the phone comes from Congo.
wow, you have no respect. Get off my panel. I was talking. How you gonna ask me a question and start talking when I'm talking? You're not using your brain. Love and abundance. Lynn, what were you saying though? You wanted to know what we contribute? Okay, inventions. Cars, cell phone, what else? It was a whole list. It was a YT guy that made a whole list about this. Our music, y'all wearing blue jeans, do rags. You know, we invented that stuff. Y'all know we invented that stuff. Traffic lights, refrigerators, stoves, ovens, light bulbs. Y'all know we made that. Gas mask. Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Air conditioning. Why do y'all have our inventions? Y'all think y'all think the YT man made that? Y'all think the YT man made that? Let me know. Let us know right now. Let us know that y'all think America is great because of some pale people. Love and abundance. Let us know. I want to hear it. Lynn, take yourself off mute, okay? I'm
How
gonna
are you
send you
gonna
a
say
question.
love and abundance and you're over here hating? Like it doesn't matter
No,
if
I
you
want you
guys
to answer the
created
question. You're being
this or that.
dismissive. Go think about what you just did. Okay, they trying to violate me. I'll come right back. So you guys, oh my gosh. All right, y'all. I'm gonna have to restart it. Okay. I'm gonna have to restart it, but I'm just showing you guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm also gonna be doing private lives. I do want people, you know what I'm saying, join up with the tears, you know what I'm saying? Monty gotta eat too. Righteous people need help too. You know what I'm saying? To continue with the righteous work, etc., etc. You know what I'm saying? Cause I ain't in this by myself. We a team now. We a team. I'm about to go in ahead and restart this though. You know what I'm saying? So y'all see how they be trying to violate me. Y'all see how they be trying to get me. Y'all be seeing that. Because so y'all see that it could be like them insulting me for like 2 hours straight, 3 hours straight, just going in on me, and then they'll try to get my page banned. I really want y'all to see that. Like this has been happening for probably a year. This has been happening for probably a year. I'm gonna keep it a buck. This has been happening probably a year. Right. Like for real. Like for real. It's crazy. That's crazy, bro. They come to live for self, not even their tribe. They leave, they ain't built nothing. Let's go on ahead and go to it, okay? We're gonna go back into it, okay? We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back into it, okay? Because we see how they trying to go. We see how they tried to take me out yet again. This happened twice already. This has happened twice already. Twice. We're back again, okay? We're back again. This is in the field type work, man. This is really in the field type work. Like for real. Oh, this did not get turned back on. Yeah, don't even having no legit stuff going on for real. They just, you know what I'm saying? Let me go ahead and get Venus up in here. Yeah. I see how they moving. I see how y'all moving. Music genre comfortable. You can only call another that which you are. You don't know what you don't know. Right? Who is this? Ruler? Yes.
What's good? What's good?
You gotta come closer to your mic with your blurred picture. You gotta come closer
Yeah,
to
but
your
I'm.
mic.
You said what?
You have to come closer to your mic. Okay.
Oh, I got AirPods on. I think the mics are in the ears. You know what I mean?
Aren't you that East African from the other day or something? Am I tripping?
Nah, I'm mixed, bro. But I got a question for you though. Are you actually here for a conversation, or are you just gonna kick people once you disagree?
Oh, you don't know how to tell if somebody's doing somebody bad? You one of them? You couldn't see the
Nah,
disrespect that was being given out to our people and
nah. I
why I
didn't.
kicked it. You didn't see it?
Listen. Bro, I'm
No,
not
you
here
didn't
to
see it.
disrespect people
No,
or
you didn't see
drive some
it.
propaganda.
You didn't see
You
it?
said what?
Goodbye. You don't need to be talking to me if you couldn't see that.
There we go.
Yeah. You don't need to be talking to me if you couldn't see the disrespect that was being given out. If you can't see the disrespect, that's the whole reason I put this on the back screen. Because when I try to have a conversation with y'all on a regular tip, on a regular note, it's like y'all don't care. Y'all do not care. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care. Y'all gonna keep on doing whatever y'all want to do. Y'all do not care. When we going through turmoil and when we going through problems, y'all don't care. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going. Horses don't stop. I'm joking. Don't do too much. Don't do too much. Did I think they could tell us they weren't being disrespectful? Thank you for the pen, Mr. Cross. Textbook neurological linguistic program. Yeah. Yes, you are. Otherwise, you wouldn't lead with that frame. You cannot call another entire African music genre. Our projections of inner in the world. Peace. Yeah, we're back. We're back again. We're back again. We're back again. Only tell you ain't used what we're saying, trust me. Only tell you ain't used. Wow. Section 8 in EBT. Thank you for the roses, Universal. Thank you. Why are you coming up here? I think that was, hold on a second. I think that was you that did that. So goodbye. I think that was you. Because it wasn't
What
moving
did I
like,
do?
it wasn't moving like that until you got up here. So yeah. When certain things come up, when how kind of conveniently certain things pop and stuff like that, I be paying attention and stuff like that. Yes.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
Okay, so you're saying Africans hate our guts and love the white man heavy.
YT, words are censored for a reason.
Oh,
Use clues.
sorry, YT.
How convenient.
Yeah, what's wrong with loving YT man?
I'm gonna bring you back. You conveniently said something, gotta conveniently drop you. Love and abundance. All right. People can come back. Y'all gotta watch what y'all saying and stuff like that. All right. Y'all gotta back off the mic. Yeah, she went against the guidelines, so I had to drop her. Y'all don't. It's like y'all purposely act like the guidelines don't exist. That's not intelligent. It just makes you look bad. You know what I'm saying? Purposely trying to make it seem like the guidelines don't exist so you can try to disrespect the panel. That doesn't actually make what you're doing right. It just makes you look bad. It makes you look like you're mischievous. Y'all know that? Mischief, the word mischief exists for a reason. Yes.
Yeah, I asked, what's wrong with loving the white tea man?
What's wrong with that? I mean, that's what our ops do. I mean, it is what it is. If you love the YT man, you love the YT man. Don't act like you don't.
Okay, yeah, but I'm asking you what's wrong with that?
You guys are being deceptive. So just openly accept it. Openly express that out in the public. You love and care for
Who's
the
being
YT people
deceptive?
and you
Who's
don't like
being...
us. You guys are being deceptive. You guys are trying to make it seem like you are in our best interest more than the pale people, but you guys actually prefer and mimic and y'all repeat each other's actions. Y'all do and say everything each other do to our people. So I'm making sure that our people get clarity about how you guys think. And you guys think just like them when it comes to us. Y'all say we lazy, but y'all come here. Y'all all together as a collective unit, try to destroy our image. And you yourselves are trying to play good cop while they play bad cop. Y'all have the same agenda when it comes to us. We're not genetically linked to neither one of you. both of you are saying that we're some type of mixture of both of y'all put together, which is very sick, right? That's very sick. And then you guys also do very manipulative tactics, shaming tactics, and all types of psychological abuse, like saying if we don't look like you, we're mixed with the YT people, and you're saying it in a negative way. But then you get up here and you say, oh, what's wrong with loving them? See, y'all do this weird stuff and y'all think that's intelligent. It's not intelligent.
Okay, you said a lot of things. You did say that what did you say about the media? You said something about we give you guys a bad image or something like that.
You're
Like
using
our agenda.
y'all using the word black as a camouflage, because y'all know when you guys call yourself black, right? When you guys call yourself
What?
when you guys call yourself black, you guys use that as a way to do whatever you want under that label. That's what you do.
What does that mean?
Black is not an identity that you guys consider an identity, but you still call us that so that you can do whatever you want to our people. And you guys know that's
Okay,
what you're
you did
doing.
say that we give your people a bad image or something like that. What did you say?
You're being mischievous. Yeah, she's playing games. Mischief is not the pinnacle. Mischief is just mischief. Mischief is not the pinnacle. It's just disgusting.
Okay, I don't know what you're referring to. Like,
Oh, you don't know.
but you
You don't
did
really
say
know much. You
something.
keep saying I don't know, so you gotta go. You don't really know much about what's going on. I'm not about to sit here and keep explaining what you eat. I'm not gonna keep doing that. If you're not equipped enough to even have to know the basics, you shouldn't be talking, bro. Exactly. Da 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 da. DJ, what you mean? Only tell you and you saying trust me. Where I'm a rule. You're not auto man. We are touching this. We're gonna move on. Well, you a troll? You join a troll or something like that? You don't really got a profile picture. Try to change your profile picture. All right? Because I think y'all try to like hide in the dark. Change your profile picture. Exactly. You have no clue what you're talking about. Yeah, y'all need to stop spreading hate. Y'all from the folks from that continent, y'all need to stop spreading hate. Y'all need to stop hating on our people and saying that you black to cause and to hide your hate. Stop doing that. Stop trying to call yourself black to hide your hate. Stop doing that. Y'all know that y'all don't even consider that an identity. Stop doing that. Stop it. And y'all know y'all contribute to everything that harms us, including lying on our elders. Stop doing that. That's an uttermost disrespect. You're exposed. And we will continue to do so. Like we're going to continue to do stuff. Like for real. We're going to continue to do what we're doing. Like for real. And y'all going to stop lying on what words mean, because we know what black mean, we know what American mean. Stop lying on it. Stop trying to make it seem like that. Right? Stop trying to take control. All right? Appreciate it, Kay. Stop trying to take control. We're not here for that. Okay? You don't control us. You're not a guide. You're not our elders. You're not the kin. Okay? You don't have that type of power. Y'all have honestly convinced yourselves that y'all really got that type of power. And the only reason why y'all would even think y'all got that type of power is because the system and you are in the same boat. That's the only reason. Like, that's really the only reason. Welcome back.
Thank you. I'm doing the dishes. Y'all like the live though.
Yeah. When you come up here, you gotta have a profile picture. If you have a picture of it being just a blank profile picture, no. Okay. Hello? Yeah. Welcome.
So, can I ask you a question?
Did you have a profile picture and then it changed when I let you up here? You gotta change.
What?
Am I tripping? Okay, I see Something. What's happening?
My picture.
Yeah, what's happening?
So I wanted to ask, when you say love and abundance, what do you mean by that?
Oh, that shouldn't concern you. Don't worry about that.
Don't know what. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry about that. That shouldn't concern you.
Because all I see is you spreading hate.
Y'all need to stop hating on our people. That reversing stuff don't work. You were in a stolen land. A criminal can't tell me what's hate. What's happening here? You know how those folks be sitting up here? Like I said, y'all know how a criminal get caught? That's exactly how they act. Love and abundance. Love and abundance. I love my people. That's why I do what I do. I love my people. I love my people. And if y'all was my people, y'all wouldn't be getting offended. That's how you know y'all know there's a separation, right? That's how they know there's a separation. That's how they know, right? Because don't they say that we Africans? Don't they say that we African? They know they know the difference. That's what I'm saying. They just be, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. Love and abundance, man. Love and abundance. They know, man. They just like to play mind games because they think they smarter than you. They think they have more, they're more cunning. They think that being cunning and mischievous is appropriate. How you gonna call somebody your brother and your sister and you try to manipulate them out of their inheritance? What kind of nonsense is that? How are you gonna call somebody your brother, but then do the opposite? Do very, very toxic and very bad things. Stop normalizing that type of stuff. I don't normalize we all black the type rhetoric. I don't do that. I don't do that. I don't do that. And I be seeing so many of our people getting confused, like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? Listen to your kinfolk. That's your big problem. You not listening to your own peoples and you thinking everybody your peoples because everybody else told you that everybody your peoples. Everybody ain't your peoples, man. We got ops. Make sure you process that. We got real life ops. We got real life nations that want us gone. We got real life situations, real life things, man. Take it into account. Right? What it say? Never trust thine enemy. Take that to account, man. Really process that and really let that really go in the back of your subconscious mind. Never trust thine enemy because they're it's like a rusted iron. They're seeking to take your place. Never put them next to you. You can respect everything that lives, but you never supposed to trust your enemy. You can respect things that are living. I respect serpents. I respect snakes. Does it mean I trust them? Does it mean that I trust them? You're doing too much. You're doing too much, man. Gotta stop that. Does it mean that I trust them? No. 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 So we're not here for that, man. We're not here for that. Just because I respect beings that are alive, don't mean I should trust you. It does not mean I should trust you. Heck no. So I think people got something confused, and I'm giving clarity to the people. Just because we respect them as being alive, don't mean we supposed to trust them. And some people don't even respect y'all, of course, because y'all have openly expressed how you guys have no care and no respect for us, and you would do anything to us for a buck and for whatever you want, because everybody's doing it. I hear oftentimes y'all in stolen lands, and then you say everybody's doing it. You are an accomplice. How can I trust an accomplice of a crime? You going to prison too. You going to prison too. What? What? You going to prison too? What I look like telling the popo, oh my gosh, oh, buddy ran up in there too, so I decided to do it too. I'm going to jail too, man. I'm going to prison too. That's how y'all think it's okay to do whatever, because y'all feel as though we have no power. So you feel like you can do anything to us because you feel like we have no power. You feel like that. Our power is just our spiritual powers is way more powerful than y'all's when we know what's going on. And that's the reason why y'all try so hard to try to make sure we don't know or have access to certain knowledge, because y'all know doggone well when we speak, we are way more powerful than 100 of you. Y'all know that. There's a reason why y'all get so triggered and y'all feel like y'all can minimize what we talking about. You can never minimize what we say. That whole pretending stuff, that doesn't work here. That doesn't work here. You don't have no powers. Your powers is weak. Your powers is weak. That's just what it is. They literally say I'm West African, but turn around and say I'm European. Yeah, they can't handle us. They can't handle us. They get weary. That's right. Get weary, my friend. Get weary. Get tired. Get exhausted. Don't they say they're exhausted now? That's right. Get exhausted. That's right. Get exhausted. Stop speaking on us. Stop speaking on our ancestry. Stop speaking about what we should be thinking. Stop speaking. Just stop. Your powers are weak. Right? Exactly. Exactly, man. Like, for real. Yeah. Come on now. Your powers is weak, man. Thank you, Kay, for the gifts. All right. Yeah, we know what's going on. And I'm going to keep saying this. Every major thing that's ever happened to us is because we got comfortable. Okay? Every bad thing that's ever happened to our people is because we got comfortable around those that despise us. We got comfortable. Okay? And I know people want to feel as though it's okay to do whatever and stuff like that. No, it's not. Every major thing that's ever happened to us in the past 100 years is because we got too comfortable. And we wasn't staying on our P's and Q's. That's just the honest truth. That's just the honest truth. That's just straight to the jugular. You never supposed to get comfortable around any nation that have openly expressed they will do anything to you. And even when the whole C-19 thing happened, whatever like that, y'all know they were trying to get you comfortable. Comfortable. So when they get up in here and they be like, oh, all love, we all this. Every villain does that. Almost every major villain does that. They're going to make sure that their what's the name is comfortable, and then it will strike you. They will get you when you're not paying attention. When you're not paying attention. And that's just the honest truth. And I tell y'all this because I actually love my people. Like, I genuinely love my people. And that's the reason why I tell y'all this. They don't like that. Don't get too comfortable. Don't be out here being all laxy daisy, just doing whatever out here in these streets. Like, for real. Don't do it, man. Don't do it.
Anyways, I don't know why Africans keep saying we're mixed, but then they keep trying to claim mixed people. That don't make sense to me. But then I be asking them about people in Mexico. They be saying people in Mexico have indigenous DNA, but then they be saying they're mestizo, and I'm like, if they're mestizo, that would mean they're mixed, right? So how are they just indigenous? They're like, oh well, they're basically a new race. Mestizo is a race. So if you're saying mixed people create their own race, and you're saying we're mixed, how would we be African? How would we not be our own race by your own logic? Like, what are
Yeah.
you talking about?
Yeah, we not even for real. Good gracious alive. Let me see something. Okay.
Like, how is one mixed demographic their own race, but we aren't?
Yeah,
If you
do
really
not
think
let
if
them
you
know.
really think we're mixed.
Like, for real. For real.
And then they clearly believe being mixed is its own race because they're mixed and they think they're an entire race of people for some reason.
Right? Right?
Like,
We really
what?
are. It takes a special person to convince themselves that. I know, right? They convince themselves of their own lies. That's a dangerous person to be around. A person that convinced themselves of their own deception, like their own lies. That's a dangerous person to be around. Like, for real. at this point in the game, I'm like, if you ain't willing to go all in, you don't represent us. And at this point, we don't trust y'all. I don't trust you. There's no reason to. There's no logical reason to. There's literally no logical reason. I'm not going to get my people in harm's way and tell them, oh, be like the world, be like everybody. No, I'm going to tell them, hey, don't do that or you're going to suffer some consequences. That's real life. That's real life right there. That's real life right there. Honestly. That's real life right there. Who just got blocked? Goodbye. At some point, our ancestors told us to choose so we can't let someone tell us otherwise. Exactly. Think about this simple thing. We said all skin folk, our people said all skin folk isn't kinfolk, right? And then they said all skin folk is kinfolk. That is your op. Hello, Naturalista. That is your op. Why did they purposely tell you the opposite and continuously tell you the opposite? If our people, our personal lineages, right, regardless of whatever was published on the media, told us that all skin folk is not kinfolk, but they tell us all skin folk is kinfolk, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something's not right. Baltimore is okay. I never go to they lie. Okay. Once you realize how powerful you guys are, you will realize these white people want to breed. Listen, I advocate for us to Americans only with Americans, right? That's love right there. That's true love right there. Americans only, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's true love right there. For real. Like, for real. That's what I tell kinfolk, man. Like, do that. Do that right there. Right? And we live by the quote. They just don't know that. Precisely. Don't deal. Don't let your enemies try to shame you into sabotaging yourself. That's some devil work right there. I rebuke thee. Get back, villain. For real. Appreciate everybody that's been sending gifts. Appreciate it. And if y'all want me to, I gotta think of something as well. Appreciate everybody that sends gifts. That helps the consistency. You know what I'm saying? That helps the consistency. Like, for real. Thank you, Nikki. And even you for sending that rose. You sending the rose. Stick to your own. I totally, you know what I'm saying? For real. Exactly, Chip. Exactly. It don't matter what you sent it for, because that's not even true. But it is what it is. Look at that. You got muted for being disrespectful. Ain't that convenient? Yeah, if you get muted and you want to get unmuted, you got to send a galaxy. Okay? I'm talking to the Africans. That's too funny. Okay? If you get muted and you want to get unmuted as an African, you got to send a galaxy. Okay? You do the mutes for the rest of the lives type mutes for them when they start talking reckless. Like, for real. Don't worry, it don't matter if you as an individual don't care. It don't even matter. This still gonna get to where it's gonna get to. As y'all go to sleep, I'm gonna be reaching thousands of people. It don't matter. When you go to sleep, I'm gonna get to thousands of people. You know how many people came in here and said we don't care, all this other stuff like that, and I still got the thousands of people. I still get people to come up on the panel. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, none of that matters. It's literally so many people. It's really so many people. None of that even matters. How many countries are in Africa? Y'all say it every time y'all say it a lot. So we definitely know how many countries in Africa. Bree, you not Jamaican. If that's what you want, you're not Jamaican. Like for real, I'm not here for that. Like I'm not gonna let y'all keep disrespecting the true Caribbean. Like I'm really not. I'm not gonna keep letting y'all disrespect the true Caribbean with this whole fake letting How you gonna let somebody that destroy the people in and call it unity? Like hold on, let me sit up for this, man. Let me really sit up for this. How anybody gonna sit up here and convince all of us that letting these same people in that have shown themselves to be disrespectful, right, and dishonor us for decades, and let them into the community and say, oh, this is about love? Who in their right mind thinks that's the righteous thing to do? Besides who thinks that's good? Why would I let the enemy into my house and say, yeah, all love? I got children sleeping in the room, whatever like that, right? Just a scenario. I got children sleeping in the room, right? Making a scenario. And I freaking let them into my home because they got the same skin complexion as me. And they holding a freaking pew-pew in their hand, right? And calling me the N-word and say, yes, all love, brother. And I let them in. Yeah, you got the same skin complexion as me? Oh yeah, come on, Ed. Come on, man. That's delusion. That is straight delusion, bro. That is honestly straight delusion. Okay? We're not here for that. You know you on the panel, or do you want to get dropped and stay muted in the comments? Because I'll just meet you in the comments. I can't even hear you, so hold on a second. I can't even hear you. Let me fix it. All right, let me fix that.
Make it through tonight.
You gotta. Yeah. Okay, it's back.
Yeah.
Okay, it's back. All right. Yeah, it's back. Yo. So the fact you're in America tells me I need to, if you're from the islands or if you're from the mainland, like I still be seeing people call themselves, hold on a second. I still be seeing people call themselves AA or saying they doggone Ghanaian. You're not Ghanaian, man. No, the Jamaicans are not Ghanaian. Stop lying. That's rearranging history for the conveniency of the continent that's full of mischief. That's not even true. Y'all trying to seal the lie with them fake phony DNA tests. Stop doing stuff like that. It doesn't actually prove who we are. Let me tell you something. When y'all deal with DNA tests, the DNA tests, if you don't know nothing about them DNA tests, stop bringing it up, okay? You're making yourself look bad. Every person that we say, explain us how the DNA tests work. They say, well, I don't know. But you bring it up because you think that by falling behind the world and by falling behind the narrative, you're secure. Falling behind the narrative doesn't make you safe. Falling behind the narrative doesn't make you smart. It only makes you a bot, okay? It only makes you a follower. That's it. No outside thoughts exist except what the narrative tells you. Congratulations, you have disowned yourself. You have no inner voice, apparently, or you ignore it. I don't see how you think that's appropriate. You know how sick that is? And you can't convince us to do it. We just not gonna roll with that, all right? And I'm not gonna tell nobody else to do that because that's how we suffer. Like, I'm not doing that. You can take yourself off mute.
All right. Thank you for bringing me up. I just wanted to say, the Lulu is the Sululu. You can drop me now.
Hey, how you doing, Ari? Welcome to the panel.
Hey, it's good. How are you doing?
Yes, welcome to the panel.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing
I've
all
been on
right.
this panel before. I think it's been maybe like a month ago. And so
You right,
well
DJ.
I,
You right, DJ.
I heard you so I don't understand what you're talking about the Caribbean thing.
Yeah,
Can you
man.
clarify?
Caribbeans are they are from there. They're not Africans.
Well, the problem with that is that regardless of like you said, like you don't believe in DNA, that's fine. But when we track oral history, because indigenous
Dude,
people. Hold on. Indigenous people have tribal chiefs that have oral histories, and in Jamaica they have that also, right? So you have Obi, a priest, right? You have people who come from Maroon lineage, and this is oral history. This is not nothing from the white tea, and they all claim to come from Africa.
they all claim they come from Africa. Based off
Yeah,
what?
that's
Based off
that's
what?
based off the people who know the
And who
history
are these
are usually
elders?
the elders.
Who are these elders?
They're elders that come from Maroon lineage. They
And
come
how
from
did they get?
Obi
How did they
lineage.
get? How did they come from Africa? Who brought them there?
Oh, they. Well, we know through the language. We know through the culture. It's not
No.
even that.
How did they
It's
get
not even
there?
that difficult.
No. How did they get there?
Well, we know that basically the Caribbeans had a lot of slave trading.
Okay, you can't say the
Right?
S word
Like,
on people's panels.
sorry.
Gotta bring you back up. Watch your mouth. All right. Don't say the S word on people's panels. This ain't no regular panel where you could just say whatever you want to. Okay? We're not. Well, we the actual folks that go against the narrative. Okay? This is us over here, not the goody two shoes that say yes, 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 sir. Okay? We not them. So yeah, we definitely get watched and we definitely get sabotaged. This real life. All right? So watch what you're saying. I don't know, man. Caribbean, they call themselves African. True Caribbeans know they ain't no Africans. True Caribbeans know they not no Africans. And if you can't tell us who you talking about, everything that you saying is void. You know why?
No, I can tell you because
No,
my
you know
people have
why?
been to Jamaica.
No,
My
you know
people have been
why?
to
You know why
Jamaica with
everything
the
that you saying
elders.
will be void? You know why?
Go ahead, try.
Because the original people of Europe are our people.
Yeah, but you would track that. That can be tracked through etymology and oral history, right? Because
No,
we're not
the
going to give you
real
DNA.
original people, no, it doesn't make sense because the real original people of Europe are our people. The Brits, the Portuguese.
Okay, that's a claim.
It's not a claim, it's a fact.
Right?
No, that's not a
And
claim, it's a fact.
basically, and listen,
No, it's not a claim, it's a fact.
Even if it was a fact, it does not negate what I'm telling you. Even if it was a fact,
It definitely
doesn't
does.
negate what I'm telling you.
No, it definitely does.
No, it doesn't, because we
Yeah,
have the
it
oral history.
definitely does.
And we have the fossil records. We
It
have the
definitely
fossil
does.
records
No.
and the oral
Okay,
history.
slow it down. It definitely does. Now you're getting flustered because do you know that the original people of Europe were our people in America? Do you know that?
At what time period? Because you're making claims. So give me time periods.
No, I'm asking you, do you know the original people
I don't
of
believe
Europe?
that. No, I do not believe that.
Okay, so
give
you're
me
not
time
even equipped,
periods.
bro.
When you make a statement, you have to back it up. You just can't say
We've
anything.
already
I'm gonna
backed it
believe.
up. You
No.
purposely
I'm
probably
talking to
ignore
you
it.
now. You
No,
have to back it up now.
we've already backed it up.
That's not how
No,
discussions
we've
work.
already
I'm talking
backed
to
it
you.
up. No, we've already backed it up. You
Well, I
just
already
waste your
backed up
time.
mine.
You're
I backed up
being
mine.
it's cognitive
I backed up
dissonance.
mine. No,
No,
you're
you
running
just
around.
no,
You're
you
struggling and you're running around.
no, you
Actually,
no.
you're doing a straw man argument, is what you're doing. Because we were talking
No,
about the Caribbean.
we've already backed it up. Literally, the culture, our names are European, so-called European. You don't
We
know
were
that?
talking about the Caribbean, first of all.
In
We
the
were talking about the
Caribbean
Caribbean.
too.
And we're talking, no, it's not.
The
Absolutely
language
not.
is foundationally, the language is foundationally quote unquote European.
What
Patois,
language? What language
patois,
is this?
patois,
English?
patois, Creole.
Yeah, where does patois come from?
All of that
Where
comes
does
from
that come
here.
from?
All of that comes from here.
It does
America.
not.
Yes, it
It
does.
does not.
Yes,
We
it
can
does.
track it. Absolutely. All right. Where did you find
Who
that?
speaks patois?
Where did you?
Who speaks patois in West Africa?
Well, they have African words. Patois has
See, now
African
you're a
words.
liar. You're a liar.
That's what Creole.
I
That's
just
what
said
Creole
that it comes
is.
from America,
It's a
and you
mix.
said, "Oh, here we go."
It's a mix.
No.
You can run if you want. You can run if you want. But we have the oral teachings and we have the fossil records.
You're not.
Okay.
You think that glossing over context makes you intelligent? It doesn't.
Say it again.
You think glossing over context makes you intelligent? It doesn't. You have to.
No, that's what you do. That's what you do because you actually changed the subject to like twice already.
We're still
All
talking
right.
about the language. What do you mean change the
And if
subject?
we try, yeah. So
We're
we
still
track
talking about
etymology.
language.
Etymology is very easy to track, brother.
We're talking about
It's
language
very
in
easy.
America. That's what we're talking about.
That's what's called etymology. Exactly, as a subject of etymology, and that's very easy to track. There's linguists and anthropologists that track those languages.
Okay, so what's
and
the
it does not come from America.
So you know
it
what's
does not
crazy?
come from America.
Okay, calm down, man. You know the context of this, right? The context shows us that Caribbeans were sent to West Africa, not West Africans sent to the Caribbeans. Can you show us where a bunch of West Africans from what kingdom? Can you tell us the kingdom?
No, actually,
no. Slow it down. Can you tell us the kingdom real quick?
Some of it is the Ashanti. Yes.
Okay. Can you show us records saying that the Ashanti, actual records that the Ashanti were sent to Jamaica, and that's what the general population is made out of. That's in West Africa, and I'm talking about primary evidence, not no.
Well, this is primary evidence are elders, right? So we have the culture, right? They have Ashanti. They have Ashanti teaching, words, and religious culture in Jamaica that the elders will tell you where it came from. And an obia is a mix of them, right? And my friend was in Jamaica like 2 months ago with the elders in obia. Even the drums are the same.
No. The drums do not come from Africa. Drums do not come from Africa. Is that an African in your background talking? I see. Is that an African in your background? Is that an African wife that I hear?
No, that's my mother.
Where is she from?
Yeah.
Is she Caribbean or African?
First of all, drums.
Is she Caribbean or African?
I'm Dominican, brother. I'm Dominican. I'm from the Caribbean.
You're Dominican?
Yes, sir. So we have Taino, African, and Spanish Turkish roots.
Oh dear. No, that's not true. That's the narrative. That's not the actual facts.
No. I'm Dominican. You can't tell me.
You're not Dominican if that's
Well,
what
he
you're
just
saying.
did tell you, so
You can't tell me.
Ain't no,
I
he can't tell you. He just did.
I'm defending the true
So you're
Dominicans.
wrong.
No,
you can't even prove that historically.
Dude, you are you logical? Like you seem flustered. I thought you was the debater. You're losing
Let's
your
go.
composure.
You've been losing. You've been losing, but let's
composure,
go.
Man. You're losing your composure.
Let's go.
You're losing your composure.
Wait,
Go
I
ahead,
have,
speak.
Hold on,
Let me
I have
rebuttal.
a quick question. Hold on, I have a quick question. The word suki exists in Japanese and I believe it exists in Igbo as well. Does that mean Japanese people are Igbos? It's real quiet now for some reason.
Who are you talking to me?
Who else would I be talking to?
No, etymology doesn't work like that.
Why?
Because you have similarities in words.
You were just saying Caribbean patois uses African words.
Well, no, but we have more than that.
I'm asking you since Igbo and Japanese both since Igbo and Japanese both use the word suki, that means Japanese people are Igbos, right?
I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you with that. You need much more than that. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You need a cultural context, right? You have sacred rites that are similar. You have the deities. You have the drumming. So it's just not words.
I'm sorry, that makes no sense. Just like how y'all said, hold on,
there's a lot of words.
Hold on, that
right?
makes no sense. Just like y'all said, gumbo was an African word, but gumbo exists in the Choctaw language.
So now you're doing a straw man.
Just like gumbo
I just answered your
exists
question.
in the Choctaw language, you make no sense.
Now you're doing a straw man.
You're not making sense.
I just answered your
question.
question.
It's not objective.
No, I answered your question. You said that you comparing something with Japanese having the same word, and I responded that it was way more than that. We have the cultural context. Okay, we have the oral teachings. They have the drumming. They have more than one African words, right? They have African practices, and this is not only through Jamaica. It's throughout Cuba. It's throughout Brazil. It's throughout the Dominican Republic. It's in Florida, Louisiana. Okay.
Don't speak on my people. Do not speak on my people.
That's crazy. Didn't Dominicans
No, you guys.
Do not lie on my people.
You guys that think voodoo comes from
Do not lie on my people.
are insane.
Do not lie on my people. Do not lie on my people. Don't bring up Louisiana.
He's not even a person that know how to have a regular conversation. He's not a debater. He don't even know how to have a regular conversation. He went against so many things. Like, first and foremost, he's barely wanting people to talk. He thinks that by bombarding people and rambling, that somehow makes him right.
I'm giving facts.
And now he's insulting. Now he's insulting, which is an ad hominem. So
do you know a priest? Do you know
You're
a Haitian
not even
priest?
from Louisiana. You do not speak
Do you know a
Kwadi
Haitian
Diddy.
priest?
Do not lie on my people.
Hold on.
Do
I'm
not lie on my
gonna ask you a question. Do you know a Haitian priest?
A Haitian priest? No. Why do I need to know a Haitian priest?
Do you know a voodoo priest? Do you know what a voodoo priest
He's
is?
trying to
Do you
take
know
control
anything?
over the conversation.
I'm just asking you a simple question.
That's
Do
this.
you know any
Okay,
voodoo
you're
priests?
asking a question that's literally
Because you're from Louisiana.
going to the standard of what you want to talk about. Okay,
No.
we're not doing it.
No,
We're sticking
I know
to
because
we're sticking to what you
made a
said about
statement.
Jamaica. No, we're sticking to what you said
Wait.
about Jamaica. Okay.
All right, so let's stay to Jamaica.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, so
Go back to
dealing with
Jamaica.
Jamaica, you said something about they have oral history of the Ashanti Kingdom.
Yep.
Okay, so who brought them over here?
I don't know the exact times.
How convenient.
I didn't go into the but we
How
have the oral
convenient.
history.
There's no
we have
but.
the elders.
That's not a but. So you don't know who, you just did all that talking about context and whatever, but you can't even tell us who brought
And what do
these
you
quote unquote
and
Ashanti.
how do you negate this?
Okay,
How can
you're trying to
negate
dodge the fact that you were not able to tell us. The point still stands.
Bro, I'm not studying the
I know
historical
you feel
context
upset
on that
and you
level.
feel like, you know what I'm saying, you can do like whatever.
No,
but
you're
the
running
point,
right now. You're struggling.
No.
You're struggling right now, brother.
Look, the Ashanti people were
point
brought
still-
to
the point still
Jamaica
stands.
I can look
by
it
the
up for you if you want.
Europeans. By the
No, the
Europeans.
point still stands that you can't tell us. So how
No,
convenient.
you're struggling. You're struggling is what you're doing. Because you can't negate anything else. You're asking me to find you. You didn't even give me dates. When I asked you for dates, you couldn't even give me dates. So what are you talking about?
You couldn't provide the evidence of who brought the people here and what time.
I told you I have evidence. I told you orally there's elders.
You
Okay,
couldn't
and I
provide
told you
evidence of
told
who. You're not listening. That's the problem with you. I said
I heard what
who
you said. You
and
said I can't
when.
provide.
I said who
Yes,
and when. Not who said da 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 da. I said who and when. That's what I asked. You're
and I
starting
told
to
you
lose it, man. You
I don't
gotta
know
listen.
that. And no. I told you that I don't know that, but that's probably not very difficult to find out. You could probably do a real Google search and find out when the slave when people came
Yeah,
from
you can't say
Africa.
that. Love and abundance.
So what you
Do
call
you
it?
know that there's this? You know what? I don't even want to do that because you're probably just going to
Very
dismiss it. So
easy.
I'm gonna wait for that one.
Yeah, that's the best thing you could do because you're losing. That's the best thing you could do.
Okay. That's how you feel. I mean, it's not the reality, but
You haven't disproven me. You haven't disproven me yet. Okay?
what is there to prove? You
It's
don't
not
have
only
evidence.
people coming from Africa, right, has happened everywhere in the Caribbean, through Brazil, and the Americas, and we know it through the
No,
language
that's
and the
just
culture.
repeating something that was pushed. You're not actually providing
The
evidence.
African culture is still in those places. What
You're
are you
only
talking about?
you're only repeating
in
what
Brazil, they
you're
have
only
candomblé.
repetition doesn't mean that you're right.
This is a
Repeating
fact.
it doesn't mean you're
This
right.
is a fact. You want to bet? You want to bet money on this?
Listen, calm down, man.
You want to bet
Good
money on
gracious
this?
alive.
I'm saying you're running.
Repeating
You're running
yourself
right.
doesn't make you right, man. Do you know that?
So
Like,
you're
you gotta
saying there's
chill.
no hold on. That you're saying there's no African
crazy.
culture in Brazil?
Huh?
Answer the question. There's
It's-
no African culture in Brazil? Is that what you're saying?
Brazilian culture is Brazilian culture. There was a lot of culture
So
that
it's-
quote unquote. I mean, I don't know too much about Brazil, but I do know ain't no doggone people was what's the word? That whole idea of the transatlantic war, whatever like that, of our people being brought over here. No, that didn't happen.
Well,
I
now
know that.
he's trying to switch to Brazil because Brazil had the
No,
most.
no.
Hold on, Brazil had the most Africans brought there. That's why
You
he's
could
trying to
go
switch
anywhere.
to. Hold on.
It's not just Brazil.
Okay, since you can't, like a big boy, you can't hush.
Wait,
while I'm
love and
talking.
abundance, love and abundance.
Anyways, Brazil had the most Africans brought over there. He wants to switch away from Jamaica because not many Africans were brought to Jamaica, and he wants to switch away from the USA because almost no Africans were brought to the USA. That's why he wants to switch to Brazil.
No, we can stay on Jamaica. You're still gonna lose.
No, we're not
I feel
losing.
like
You've
you're
already
wasting
taken
our
the L.
time because you're not providing evidence and you're trying to make your opinions and your emotions.
So
the
you want me to
standard.
do a Google search for you?
You're trying to
and
make
show you
your opinions
you're trying.
and I mean, reading somebody else's
So
opinion.
how did African
You talk
culture
a
get to
lot.
Jamaica then?
You talk a lot.
How did
Reading
African
somebody
culture
else-
get to Jamaica?
Reading somebody else's opinions doesn't mean that those opinions are correct.
It's not. I know these people personally. Like you people don't. You
and I
people
see
don't
that,
live in the
that's
community.
not trustworthy either. If you know those people personally,
You're not even in the culture. I'm in the culture.
Okay.
You're not in the culture.
I mean,
Can I
if that's how
just
you,
get in, guys?
if that's how
Like,
you
I've been
feel,
waiting patiently.
yeah, I mean, yeah,
It's
you
not
can
just what I
speak.
feel. It's what I know. I'm in the culture. I speak to these
Listen,
people. I
man.
speak to these priests.
You acting worse than some. Good gracious.
No, you just mad because you're not. You don't know what you're talking about. I'm in the culture. You're not in the culture.
Okay.
Right?
What do you? Okay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I know the Taino community in Dominican Republic. Okay, I also know that African community in Dominican Republic. They don't confuse the two. They don't say Tainos were the ones that brought African culture over there. They know when the Africans came over there, and they know when the Tainos were there before that. There's nobody confusing anything. They don't confuse it in Brazil. They don't confuse it in the Caribbean. It's only you guys that are confused about it. We're not confused about it. We know that. We know the difference. We know when.
How
We
convenient.
know.
You say everything the world says. How convenient you're not confused.
No, it's the tribes. It's not even the world. We're talking about indigenous tribes and tribal chiefs.
How
Okay, this is
convenient
what we're
you say
talking about.
everything the world says. How convenient.
Well, if the chiefs are saying it, they definitely override any of your opinions. Don't matter at this point.
Oh, how convenient. You can't tell me who brought them and when this
Your
happened.
opinion doesn't matter, brother. You're not a tribal leader.
What
you don't. You're not in. You're not in.
creating?
Okay.
You can't even
have
tell
no
us.
say.
You can't even give.
You have no say.
You can't even give details to what you're talking about. Nothing you say has any type of weight. You can't even tell us what you're talking about. You're just saying tribes. What tribes? Name it.
What exactly? All right. So in Dominican Republic specifically, there was the Casquilla Indians, right? And there was the Tainos, right? And they were in the island of Español.
The African tribes. Name the African tribes that's in Dominican Republic right now.
The African tribes that came from there?
No,
a lot of them
the
came
African
from
tribe that's in Dominican Republic right now. You said they know the difference. Name the African tribe that's in the Dominican Republic right now.
Well, there was some Bantu. There was people from the phone tradition.
No, you just tried to make it seem.
I'm telling you the culture. There was the homie.
No,
brother. There was the homie culture, right? And there was Bantu people that came there.
Bantu is not a tribe.
Bantu is a culture and a language that holds many different tribes.
The
right?
homies
and
are
the
from,
phone people.
The homies are from South America.
No, they're not.
Yes,
You're absolutely out your mind.
Yes, they are. I literally know a person.
So that's how I know you're completely pseudo.
I know a person that's from pseudo. I know a person from Suriname, and she says the homies are from South America. They literally still
right. That is not true.
Yes,
that's from West Africa.
It was Amazonian.
No.
You don't know nothing. You just talking.
You don't know nothing.
You just talking, bro.
The homie's literally an American.
What happened to Cece? What happened to Cece? Did she just drop?
She dropped, I guess.
Yeah, that man, he don't know what he talking about. I'm sitting up here telling you the reason why they're literally from the Amazon. They're literally called the Amazonian Dahomey. Like what? Why would you call these people Amazons? And the Amazon is not in West Africa. I literally know the lady. She's from South America, in Suriname. And she says the homies are from South America. That's why they're called the Amazonians. Like, all right, use your brain, okay? Love and abundance. Right, see? Crazy, right? That man said Bantus. How convenient. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, bro. How convenient. That man said Bantu. I knew this man did not know what he was talking about as soon as he, like, I've been new, but that was like the freaking cherry on top when he said Bantu and the homie. All right, we're gonna move on. Matter of fact, do I have something to show? I'm gonna show y'all something where it says Amazon, and I'm these Pan Africans can't explain stuff like this away. I'm about to show y'all something. They literally call themselves.
All I'm gonna say is the Lulu is the Sululu. Bye, guys.
I'm about to show y'all something real quick. Where is it? The homie. This is how you know these people are liars. Okay? This is how you know people like him are liars. Okay? This is how you know this. I want y'all to take a look at this photo. What does that say at the top? It says Crystal Palace, the famous Amazons. They trying to convince y'all that these Amazonian women that are from the Amazon, They literally call themselves, they call them the Amazonians, all women, you know what I'm saying, group. These are Amazonian women. They're the homies. Natives of the homie. These are Amazonian women. And I talked to the lady from South America, right? Right by the Amazon. These are Amazonian women. And she said that the homies are from South America. Why the French toast would they be calling these people Amazonians? And saying that what that sense does it make? What sense does that make? That's crazy. That is crazy. Everything that the narrative is saying, and you hear anybody saying exactly what the narrative says, they find comfort in saying what the world says. These people are not our allies. Okay? They're not with us. If that's why Buddy felt comfortable. He felt comfortable because the world says the opposite of what we say. Let me say that again. People like him and others feel comfortable because they know the world is against us. So they'll say anything that the world says and say, oh, you're this, you're that, and throw out all these ad hominems because they don't have nothing else. They don't have their own mind to think, hey, maybe this is wrong. Okay? They're saying what's comfortable. Look at what's comfortable in the world right now. Look how disgusting and wicked it is. That's why anybody that says anything that's comfortable, off the rip, I already know where they come from. Off the rip. Off the rip. In the words of Mr. Cross, mainstream cheerleader. All right. Yeah, but we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Shout out to everybody that's over here and stuff like that. Shout out to everybody who's over here. Bantu and Maya is one from the grammatical area. That's a drawing, not historical. Deviations already here, getting here. We don't mess with them. You can get a lot of things wrong, brother. Okay. Bantu Fatu. Okay. Yeah, a lot of the true people and stuff like that, a lot of these true names and stuff like that, they really from South America. They really from South America. A lot of people were shipped to the coast of West Africa. That's just a fact. A lot of people from South America, so-called, were shipped to the west coast of Africa, not the other way around. So, you know, and if it was the other way around, it wouldn't be our people. It would be people that probably look like pale people. Now that's something to look into. And thank you for the gift. I don't think I was paying attention. Yes, they took the Amazon name from the original Amazonians and Queen Califia. They be stealing names and stuff like that. But she was like the true Amazonians and stuff like that. The true Amazonians, the homies, they come from South America, man. They do. Also, sometimes the Africans will take a name, they will steal a name that they know comes from here, and then they will apply it to themselves. So we also got to be careful about that. Like Ethiopia. Original Ethiopia is not from there. Okay? It's not from there. So we also got to be careful about that, because sometimes they'll do that. They'll just because they got brown skin, they'll try to do like a swap, like a switch. So even me, sometimes I have to do some deciphering as well. Deviations already here. We don't mess with them. You can get a lot of the things wrong. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what y'all talking about over here. Y'all gotta write that down. Okay. Yeah, y'all gotta type it in a different way so I know what y'all saying. It's from the American continent, right? Exactly. Yeah, it is. Sometimes it is out of context when you read old papers. But I was just showing that it said Amazonians, that it associates everybody. Let me tell y'all something. When I showed that drawing, is to show that they were calling the homies Amazonians. It doesn't matter if those were the fake ones or not. I'm just showing that people like to deceive. Why would the Amazonians be associated, the homies be associated with the Amazon? Because when I sat up here and I said, I know a person literally from South America for years, and she said the original the homies, they're matriarchal and they're from the freaking Amazon. Okay? Just what it is. That's why the French toast what you call them. Like, why would you do that? Okay, Chad, modern in France, not in the Middle East. Learn something. Yeah. They do a lot of flip-flopping. Yeah. Yeah, don't get it twisted type. For real. Right? My client from Suriname. Oh, you know somebody else from Suriname that said the same thing? That's what I'm saying. Like, it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, fast talking. Yeah. And it's funny, they talking about all these elders saying they from Africa, yet none of them speak no African language. Oh, how convenient. How convenient that you're telling me a bunch of random people you not mentioning, a bunch of elders in a place that you not saying. You know what I'm saying? They speak some, they from Africa, but they didn't speak no African language. They don't look African or whatever like that. Modern in a modern sense. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Crazy. That's crazy, man. That's so crazy. What? Right, but our elders say the exact opposite, right? Exactly. Folks want to bring up elders, but millions of our elders talking about something we ain't no Africans, and somehow those elders they ain't talking about nothing, huh? Oh, how convenient! And we can actually show you the elders that we're talking about. Y'all just be talking. A lot of y'all just be talking. And those elders that think they African, I'll sit down and have a talk with them too. And then when I talk to them, they be like, "Oh yeah, you right. That did happen." I've talked to older people, like people 80s. I've talked to older people. I'm so serious, and they be like, "Oh yeah, that did happen." Oh yeah, because when stuff was happening, some of that stuff was so subtle that people wasn't able to pick up on it. Like it was so subtle, but certain elders they picked up on it. I'm being real with y'all. And it's the same thing that's happening right now. You got the ones that's comfortable with the narrative, and then you got the ones that's asking questions. It's the same thing. They're like, wait a minute, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. I'm gonna say older people, because elder is different from older people. That's starting to look like it might be a little different. But you respect people that's older, but I don't know about them being your elder, because if they don't know what they talking about, they might lead you down the path of destruction. So you can respect them, but listen to them. I don't know about that. You can listen to the ones that got, you know what I'm saying, some sense, and you can see that they're more aware than you are. Those are the ones to listen to. Thanks to ours, who is like, I know, right? I'm so thankful for the ones of our grandparents that said something. I'm so thankful, and I'm so thankful that it was a lot of them that did this too, and what it wasn't a small percentage, because this would be a lot more difficult if I had to do this in other people. This would be a lot more difficult trying to do this. I'm not gonna lie, because it's a lot. It's really a lot. Queen Annie, leader of the Maroons. What tribe? Listen. Nobody in Africa can be from Jamaica because Jamaica didn't exist. Use the proper context. Y'all see how they like it? Well, if you saying that they come from a kingdom, stop saying Ghana, because now you're a liar. You can't say stuff like that. I don't like when people say, "Oh, these folks come from Nigeria." You're not using the context. You trying to blend modern and ancient so you can camouflage your agenda. You know how sick that is to do that? If you're gonna sit up here. If you're just gonna sit up here, you got to talk about the entirety of it and be honest with them. All right. What are they doing when the real truth comes out? They're not African. Remember, Venus, you got to say something here and there.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. Yeah, we can't be from a place that didn't exist. Like how can I be ethnically Nigerian when it didn't exist? So off the rip, that is a lie on the DNA test. Because if you're gonna talk about ancient history, then you should be showing us something. Like for real. The DNA test, you should be talking a lot about that stuff. Like you should be, come on now. Hold on a second. Appreciate everybody. Lady Maroon is from the Asante. Freaking, they had a group of Indians that was called the Asante Indians. Right? And a lot of them ended up in the Dominican. They have the drum dance, the Asante dance where they dress up in their Indian attire and put the drum around their waist, and then they use the sticks. That's an old ancient American custom. The Asante dance, I think it's it's called the conga dance. I mean the conga. Hold on a second. The conga dance and the Asante or something like that. Yeah. Like that's just what it is. No, you Africans are not going to change American history. Okay? Y'all not doing that. Just because you was raised up in the Caribbean, or even if you one of us and you're confused, sit back and listen. Okay? This what protecting our people look like. All right? People that straddle the fence don't exist. It doesn't exist. Once you go against the actual facts of the Americas and you say things that's comfortable, that society is comfortable with, there's no such thing as straddling the fence with that. You chose your side. I'm being honest with you. There's no such thing as straddling the fence. Okay? And if y'all so worried, if y'all feel like I ain't gonna do nothing, then just stay quiet. If y'all feel like I ain't talking about nothing, just stay quiet. Okay? Just see how, quote unquote, oh, what I'm saying is not true, or whatever like that. Okay? If that's the case. Okay? I think y'all know what I'm saying is actually truthful. That's why it's making you guys uncomfortable. Because I'm saying something that, because like, you know what I'm saying? You got the narrative says this, the narrative says that, you are comfortable with it. And then the fact that I'm saying the opposite is making you uncomfortable because you're trying to live amongst, you want us to live amongst our ops and the people that, so they loathe us and actually they don't like us and stuff like that. Let's think of ignorance in the pale man. The land shall speak my truth. LOL, after your words have left the mind of the living. Indeed. No, Jamaica, no, you're not African descent in Jamaican, man. Like, folks gonna come back and look at this and they're gonna see exactly what I was talking about. Like, for real. You can't be a person from modern Africa and then say that you those people descend the modern people that's in Africa right now and you are their descendants. Now you're claiming that you're some type of knockoff version and you had to create your own culture. You have disrespected my kinfolk in Jamaica. You have disrespected our ancestors and our people. You have disrespected us. Honestly, you saying the opposite of what our people stood up for. You know what I'm saying? You saying the opposite. That's what you're trying. You trying to do that. You will not succeed, villain. You will not succeed. You will not succeed, villain. It's not gonna work. Gummy, you're gonna get muted because you've been here for too long and you have not come up here to say anything of value. Okay? Repeating the normalized rhetoric that harms our people is a form of sabotage. If you do not have any information to back up your claims, you should not continue to speak for hours and sit and repeat the narrative. We're not going to accept that. West Indies, we the Indies. All right, East Indies, West Indies, all Indies. All right, for real. Yeah, for real. Harass, we don't deal with that either. Okay? We don't deal with that either. All right? Because I'm very, very calm and stuff like that, handling this situation. It's been a good little minute. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a good little minute. I ain't gonna lie. Creators and proprietors of the West Indies trading companies. Indians are from India. Yeah, and we're America is India. Absolutely. Indians are from India, and we're the Indians of America. Absolutely. Y'all ignore Ghana guys. He a first gen American. He don't go to Caribbean roots, etc., etc. Right. Exactly. Right. Told you that, roots. Okay, I'm Jamaican and we are African descent. No, you're not. No, you're not. Jamaicans are Ottawaks and people that's original to the land with Irie descent. That's who Jamaicans are. That's why a lot of them got red hair, freckles, because they are the original Irie and Ottawaks. I'm not gonna let y'all lie on the true Jamaicans. I'm not gonna let y'all lie on that. I got Jamaicans that follow me. I got Jamaicans that rock with me. I got Haitians that rock with me. I'm talking true Haitians, true Jamaicans. And a lot of y'all Africans think y'all can infiltrate and say the things that come from that land originates with Africa. I'm not gonna let y'all lie on them like that. Okay? I'm not gonna let y'all do that. I know true Haitians, I know true Jamaicans, and I'm gonna defend them. Just because you got a Jamaican flag or a Haitian flag don't mean you represent that country and the people. Especially when you're talking nonsense about it being African descent. Not today. Not today. Hey, thank you guys. Make sure y'all like the live and stuff like that. And Venus, remember, every so often and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Right?
I'm Chat GPT.
Okay, make sure y'all like the live. Mexicans, we the real Mexicans. Our people are the real Mexicans. I remember listening to this thing, right? And this YT person said, you N-words need to go back to Mexico. I was like, what? Love and abundance, though. I was like, I can't, what? What'd that person say? And then our people was laughing. Oh, he got it wrong. He should have said Africa. He was supposed to say Africa. But he knew what he was saying. Y'all know it's crazy? Because they've been finding our remains in Mexico pre-Columbian. And I have those sources. They've been finding our remains in Mexico. But they never found our remains in West Africa. And that's the part. I could show remains of our people in Mexico pre-Columbian, but nobody can show me our remains in West Africa pre-Columbian. They can't even show us no remains of our people from the 1600s. Let me say this again. How come I can show you guys outside of what's normalized, outside of the narrative, outside of what's comfortable, right? What the devil wants you to be comfortable with, right? And thinking that that's an insult to your intelligence. The fact that they can have something in your face about how they found our remains pre-Columbian in America, but never have nothing out there about how they found our remains in Africa. They're playing in your face. They think that they can tell you the truth in your face and you still won't accept it. That's an insult to your intelligence, and I wouldn't take that disrespect. I would not take that disrespect, bro. I don't take that disrespect. And a lot of kinfolk don't take that level of disrespect. You can't sit up here and tell me you found our remains in America, freaking pre-Columbian, and still tell me I'm from Africa. Bro, that's not happening, man. They find our remains in North America, Mexico, freaking Peru, the Caribbeans, and still folks telling us we from Africa. Bro, that's over with. The cognitive dissonance don't exist on this side of the spectrum, bro. It don't exist over here. We're on y'all behinds, bro. Like, we own y'all behinds. It don't work here. That's the reason why y'all try to use slurs to minimize what we're saying. That's the best thing y'all got. All y'all got is slurs, bro. Y'all don't have nothing else. There's nothing else. Because when we go source for source, y'all can't win. Y'all can't beat us. If we go oral tradition for oral tradition, you can't beat us. If we go sources and evidence of the culture and everything like that, y'all can't beat us with that. And it's eating y'all from the inside out, bro. It's eating y'all from the inside out, bro. And that's because you guys love the comfortability of this wicked world, bro. That's not our fault. You love the wicked world, bro. I can't argue against how you feel, bro. I can only tell you what the truth is. I can't tell you and to make because a lot of people, when they talk to me, they try to make their emotions the standard of proof. I show people all the time, hey, here's some evidence. Here's some evidence. Here's this. Here's a place where they found our ancient remains. Here's an archaeologist that said all the bones here look like us. Here's something else. Here's this. Here's where our names come from. And they still say, but we still from Africa. That is not intelligence, bro. That is not intelligence, bro. I don't know how your mind convinced you that's intelligence. That is not intelligence when you see some evidence and you still ignore it. Being obtuse is not intelligent, bro. It's self-sabotage. Being willfully ignorant is not intelligent to do, bro. is self-sabotage. Stop normalizing that toxic behavior, bro. Stop it. Stop. Control yourself. Stop it. That's not appropriate, bro. We can't be sitting around here saying everything these people say and thinking that that's all peaches and cream. We not doing that. We not doing that, man. We going against the grain, bro. We going against the grain of what they trying to tell us what we are. Talking about something we mixed and stuff like that. We not mixed. I don't know who told y'all that. The narrative told y'all that, and y'all comfortable. That's the only thing. Y'all never proved that. Y'all never proved that. We're not mixed like people try to, you know what I'm saying? We are Americans. We are Americans, bro. We are from here. We are from here. Okay?
I was looking up words in Patois and Corivini, which is Louisiana Creole, because he was trying to say they use African words, and ChatGPT said gave me the list of words that are considered African words, and it said there's the same words in Europe, in European languages and indigenous languages. So I'm just very confused. And let me see.
Africa was influenced by the Caribbean, and they still are. That's why I be trying to figure this out. Why do y'all sit up here and that's why I told him the context is important. Because, okay, I guess be back, Venus. The context is important.
You wouldn't let me put a source up. I got it down. What?
Okay.
It's just a language. Yeah. Okay, so this is what ChatGPT said. You can see the patois words on the left. And then it's got the English meaning. It's got the credited African origin,
which was an
it's got
assumption
the indigenous word it could possibly come from, and then it has a European or Asian word it could possibly come from. So I'm just trying to figure out if these words match up to other languages that aren't from Africa, why people are saying they're African words.
Just like the word akata, right? Let me tell y'all how things work around here and why Americans influence Africa, right? Just like that word akata, just like the word dashiki, just like the word, all these different words and stuff like that. A lot of these, that don't come from these people, but because these people mimic our speech, they'll default it to them. That's what they do. If an African were to say something we would say, they'll default it to the African based off the narrative. And this is the reason why context is important, because once you realize that we are our own set of people and we're actually older than them, then you would say, okay, how did Africans get American influence? That's the proper context. And this is the reason why migrations, right, and context is so important when you're talking about our people. That's so important. Influence and migration. How did these people get these people's stuff? But then to come to find out, it was the other way around. They got our stuff. They got our inventions. They got a lot of our food crops. They've made their clothes resemble ours. They've done their hair for decades to resemble how we do our hair for each era. They've mimicked our dances, our music, and they still have the audacity to yap out at the side of their neck that they influence us. No. And it's also, like I said, you have all these Americans that ended up in Sierra Leone, right? You got Americans in Ghana. You got Americans that influenced Nigeria. You got Americans that was in Cape Verde. You had Americans that was in Liberia. And then all this is ignored when people want to talk about similarities. The fact that they got American crops is ignored. The fact they got American inventions is ignored. We influence you. We influence Africa, man. So when y'all see similarities, that has context, man. Context. There's literally documented proof of Americans being taken to Africa. The American Colonization Society, Freetown, Sierra Leone, thousands of people. thousands of people. I wonder how they have a few words that resemble stuff in Creole. I wonder how they have dishes that resemble our food. Like you got resemblances of hush puppies. They were taught how to make food like that by us. Come on now. By outsiders. That doesn't even make any type of sense that people will gloss over that. I asked the Africans earlier, how did y'all get our inventions? How did you get our inventions? Oh, I'm not talking about who sourced it and mass produced it in today's time. I'm talking about the blueprint of who created the invention in the first place. How did you get our inventions? We have, y'all, bro, that don't make no type of sense, man. That don't make no type of sense. Let me go ahead and do this. They still dressing up like us. They doing they eyebrows like us. They doing their hair like us. They doing all of that like us. All of that. I seen a group of them acting like they was from the ghetto. We don't get influenced by y'all. And the ones that get influenced by y'all, we look at them sideways. We look at them sideways. Like, what are you doing? Why are you trying to be like them? Huh? And y'all really peep, right? It's normal for y'all to mimic us. It's normal. We are like, it's like we got some type of control over y'all to a degree. It's like, it's not even something that we really like. It's something y'all doing to yourselves. Y'all doing that. Y'all doing that. We not doing that. We not forcing y'all to do this. Because wouldn't it be weird, right? It's like we don't care to mention certain things, but like how y'all mimic our speech, be like, yeah, what's going on? Like it'd be a lot of y'all Africans, you know, African guys that be getting on the panel, yeah, what's going on? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm straight from, you know, Louisiana, I'm straight from Atlanta, you know what I'm saying? You know, I do what I do. And y'all always like, man, speak up. Why you mumbling? But why you talking like that? But you trying to treat us like we some type of like character or something? Like you trying to pick a character on GTA or something? Like, what are you doing? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? But if we start talking in your accent, you gonna say that we wrong. Y'all some hippos, bro. Y'all some hippos, bro. Y'all don't even be y'all. It's the hypocrisy. You know what I'm saying, man? I just raised here, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody talk like this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Everybody talk like this. You know what I'm saying? We all black, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop tripping. Stop yapping. You know what I'm saying? That's how y'all be doing, bro. And y'all think that's real appropriate, bro. You have normalized thinking in yourself that that's appropriate. Why are you listening to something you're complaining about? Who knows? I mean, I'm just pointing out the obvious, man. But love and abundance. I'm just pointing out the obvious. I'm just pointing out the obvious, man. I'm not even going in on y'all for real. Not really. I'm just telling you the truth, bro. I'm just saying the truth. It's a bit theatrical, but I'm still telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like for real, man. We see it. Side eye. Oh man. Wow. Our language style. We didn't name it. Mm-hmm. For real. Y'all want to see a chart? I can show a chart real quick. I made this chart. Let me show this real quick. Okay? Let me show this. I made a chart, right, to rearrange with the proper context, right? We going with the proper context of the situation, right? We're going with the process. We're going to go with the process. Let's see real quick. All right, let's go on ahead and show this. let's go on ahead and show this real quick. Okay, we're gonna let me show this. Give me a second. What's this? I don't know why it's doing that. What's going on with TikTok? It's not doing right. All right, first we're gonna start off with this right here, bro. No, matter of fact, we're gonna start off. We're gonna start off with the other one. Okay. So here it is. When our people take DNA tests, right? When our people take DNA tests, because they keep saying we cousins because they liars, right? Let me show y'all something. When our people take DNA tests, it gives us a percentage, but it says that we're not detected for being any of those people. Now the real question is, why did the company tell you that you're from Africa, but you don't connect to none of the tribes? Why did DNA test companies default our genetics to Africa? Why? Because of the fake story of the transatlantic trade. They have not connected us to Igbos. They have not connected us to Yorubas. They have not connected us to anybody of those people. And how convenient is that? But they still gave us a percentage. We're not connected to none of those tribes. These people are liars when they say, it's the reason why they're doing so much to us and saying we are black. They know we not them. And then how convenient that they're giving you the same locations where our people were sent to and they're keeping track of. You look at Ghana right there, Liberia and Sierra Leone, and you can see right there, African American in Africa. Oh my gosh, how convenient. How convenient that we see that some of them same places that y'all telling we come from, our people, you keeping track of them. I'm keeping track of them in those same countries. Oh, how convenient. Oh, how convenient. How convenient. How convenient that you're telling us you got Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leone, and then you saying you got African Americans that you're keeping track of in Sierra Leone, Liberia, and in Ghana. How convenient. And then you say, although we've detected these people, this DNA or similarities, we have not detected you for being any of these tribes. Oh, how convenient. How convenient. And then let's go to my chart. Let's go to my chart. Let's go to my chart. That I created. Let's go to my chart. Let's go to my chart. Average genetic breakdown of the Americans. This sub-Saharan African DNA that Africans keep sitting up here saying we have not connected to. It says sub-Saharan African similarity, not of African origin. But these people will still push down your throat because they think that you're not smart enough or aware enough to use your own brain to find out they're scamming you. Come on, man. 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 Why y'all think they known for that? Why y'all think they known for doing people like that, man? They take advantage when they see you don't have trust in yourself or you wavering. That's why I say so hard, man. Don't let these people try to press you and shame you out of your own intuition. What? What? Don't let these folks play with your mental like that. They already showed you they the ops. Off the rip. Off the rip, they already showed you. I'm so serious, man. They already showed us. Nothing they say it shall work, bro. Nothing they say. Even when they come with a freaking hand, oh, let me shake your hand. Yeah, right. Crazy, man. These folks out their mind if they think I'm gonna believe anything they say. After so many lies I've caught them in, I'm not believing nothing you say. I'm gonna think there's always gonna be some type of hidden agenda behind what you say. Venus, you wanna say something?
No.
Okay. All right. I'm
Which of
gonna
your
hit you back.
ancestors invented electricity? Go look up black inventors that invented electricity. I promise you, no Africans popping up. I promise you, they all got American names. So
All right, y'all. So I got this is for tonight, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I thank you to everybody. And you know what? I'm gonna be doing what's the name private lives and stuff like that. I put the tier list up. Go to it. You know what I'm saying? I put the tier list up. I'm about to put them on mute. I put the tier list up. I want you guys to, you know what I'm saying? If you want to show love, send a gift. I really appreciate that type of stuff. It helps the cause. It help keep us. You know, it help keep me going. You get what I'm saying and stuff like that. You know, the tier list is on YouTube, Sunshine. The tier list is on YouTube. It's going to help out. It's going to help keep this going. People out there getting paid to lie. Might as well get paid to be the good, you know what I'm saying, to do what we got to do to help the cause and stuff like that. Because, you know what I'm saying, we still honor what we doing until we, you know what I'm saying, I can't do too much and say too much. Y'all get it, though. But, yeah, it's on YouTube, Sunshine. Hope to see you there. You like the YouTube content, Kobe? Yeah. I'm gonna put some more stuff together. Was somebody just trying to come up? I'm gonna put some more stuff together. Yeah. I'm gonna do personal videos. Oh, all right. So when people join the tier and stuff like that, when they sub and stuff like that, they're gonna get perks. All right, they're gonna get perks. And I think I gotta go in and, you know what I'm saying, do something. But yeah, they're gonna get perks. And I see people be sending me gifts and stuff like that. I'm talking like they be sending big gifts. So I'm like, well, if you want to go on ahead, show love, and at the same time get perks, then you can join the tier list on YouTube. Yeah. To help, you know, if you feel like you want to help contribute. And I'm also going to, you know, do some other stuff. I got some other stuff planned for you guys. Also, as well, it will also make me do this like more consistently as well. I do this consistently, but say I get to a certain goal, I'll do a stream for 5 hours. Say I get to a goal, whatever like that, I'll do a certain stream for a week, or I'll do a topic that you want when you a tier. You know what I'm saying? We are part of the Grand Cons, the kinfolk. So, you know what I'm saying? I'll do a particular live or ask questions. I'll ask questions. Let's do it like that. I'll ask questions that you want to hear and stuff like that. And make that priority. Or certain types of videos too as well. Because I know some people be wanting certain videos and people just want to, you know what I'm saying, just try to drain me. No, I don't listen to them demons. I'm not just going to do that. Okay? A man that don't work, don't eat type vibe. I'm not about to do that. I would not be used on that type of level. Heck no. Heck to the no. Heck no. But yeah, this is very important to me, and I know this is important to other people. And this is the end of the live for today, for tonight. I'm gonna go eat. You know what I'm saying? And thank y'all for coming through, and thank you for everybody that sent gifts. All right. Oh yeah. All right. All right. Peace.